games, you know what it is. The boys on the net just talking that biz. MFFLs gather all in the chat. Across the globe, we talking the Mavs. You know they can't play with the kid. Come listen, Texas, come and see how they live. Watch the replay, come and see what they did. It's tough when y'all come and see what it is. You got King, he's a poppin' prophet, or he like Neo in the Matrix. You got Rail, the tech god, or Mass Mind, Ali at his greatest. Baltimore to Dallas, you know that the flights are not stopping. The triple double madness, that loot get out, hit dropping. The way stats, trades up and sit and profit. They're gonna take our picks and they're gonna keep it honest. Numbers, development, that player progress, down to the team, up to the front office. So get your seats, gather your comments, keep it clean and stay on topic. WTM, please speak your part, ladies and gentlemen. This is a glow, y'all.
This is what Kyrie made for me for dinner tonight. He was cooking tonight. He made that for dinner for me, man. Appreciate you, Kyrie. Appreciate you. YouTube, Glow Yard Game, MFFLs, podcast listeners, Twitch. What's good, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs YouTube channel. Listen, man, it's the guy full from that cooking from Luka and Kyrie. It is your boy, Real. And joining me is the man that's jealous of the food that I got.
Well, that loop.
King. What up, man?
We going with that loop though, bro.
Oh yeah, let that loop, listen, man. Let that loop. You know what I'm
saying?
Tonight
was we had a first tonight, a first in Maverick history. I feel like, you know, two teammates getting 40 points at the same time. So,
that sounds like that's worth looping to me, man.
Yeah, a lot
worth looping to me.
A lot of folks wanted to trade one of the two, you know, just a couple days ago or whatever. So let's get into it. Let's see what's up.
It's funny how that works, man. You know what I'm saying? They after a couple games, man, guy turns it back up, man, and everything is peaches and cream, man. You know how that go, man. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. But before we do all that, man, listen, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, guys, please do us a huge favor. If you enjoy Mav content as much as me and my co-host do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. And when you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So that way you will know whenever we drop new bangers for you, you'll be the first to know. Also, guys, do us a huge favor. It's something that does not cost you anything. It's very effortlessly. Hit that like button, guys. Y'all just don't understand how much the like button helps out the channel, guys. Me being a content creator now, I understand how important the like button is. So whenever I'm watching anyone's video that I appreciate their work, I definitely hit that like button, guys. So please help us by hitting that like button, guys. Yep. All right, King. Listen, man. It was a good one, man. Shout out to the people here in Dallas. I hope everyone has stayed safe during that tornado warning because I kind of got caught in it a little bit there, which is why we're kind of late, man, because I got home not too long ago. I had to rush and get me something to eat, spend a little time with my wife, and now we're here. But yeah, man, you ready to get into it, man?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, man. What's your takeaway from the game, King?
An offensive masterpiece from our two superstars.
You said, what you said?
Yeah, chef's kiss, especially after the food that you just had. That you just, you know, teases with on the screen for all the YouTube quick watches. But other than that, a little bit of same old. Still struggled defensively. We're not going to pretend like the team didn't just drop 126 points on us on the second half of a back-to-back. We can talk about other guys outside of the two superstars. I think a lot of guys did their roles offensively, not too much, didn't step out of the line. Wasn't asked to do a little bit too much. We got Kyrie being aggressive today, putting up 22 shots, as did Luka. The only other guy that got over 10 was Reggie. I know he was only 5 of 12, but I felt like he did his job. He was good offensively. He was 5 of 10 from the three-point line. I told you I think that cardio B line is officially gone. I dropped it a while ago. I don't know if you have officially left it yet. We'll wait till you
keep asking me every show, and you told me I had to, man.
I told you, but I mean, do you really want to drop it? Are you really done with it, or is it like sitting right there for you to throw it back at me and say, you know, in like 2 shows?
No, it's over, man. Listen, I told you that stat, man, a while back. I forgot how many games it was, man. Like I think it was like 17 games or something like that. He was shooting like nearly like 47% on threes or whatever. So yeah.
So he's officially back. Okay. Thank you, Reggie. Welcome back to the party. Dwight Powell, I mean, he was awesome on the plus minus, but in general, real talk, I thought they held Joel Embiid in check. I know he had a bunch of free throws. I know at the end of the day, I think he had like 35 points or so. He ended up trying to get his average still around the same. But a lot of that was in garbage time, and I wish they played a little different in garbage time. But still, it was just easy buckets for Joel Embiid where he could just get. They weren't playing the same type of defense anymore. But in general, he really had a game that was under 30 points today. Shout out for them for doing that to him. James Harden was pretty hot at the beginning. He had like a double-double after the first quarter, I believe. And then it kind of slowed him down after that. Maxey got hot. And the way Doc Rivers, I guess his rotations were kind of weird. He had to decide. He had a decision to make based off of how his bench was playing and how, his superstars that he had. Josh Green gave us energy, though. Nice to see him play over 30 minutes again tonight. I don't know what's up with Tim Hardaway Jr. I asked you before the show, and you say you saw him limping, and then he walked off into the locker room in the fourth quarter. He was 3 for 7 today, not the greatest percentage again, but still 2 for 4 from 3. As I said to you before, 0 turnovers again. I feel like he's getting in a place offensively. Excuse me. He's understanding his place a little bit more offensively and playing at a more of a position that we expect from Tim Hardaway, what we need, I should say, from Tim Hardaway on this team. Defensively, still shaky, but it's Tim Hardaway Jr. Justin Holiday, after the first 2 games, hasn't really given us anything offensively since then. That'll probably turn around. He's still played 11 minutes. Not going to go on too bad. Maxey's offense has been looking good. These past 2 games, he's been back. He got 6 rebounds today. Shout out to him in 20 minutes with 5 fouls still. So he was in a little bit of foul trouble as well. It's a good game for Maxey in general. Seawood, 10 points. It wasn't nothing ridiculous. I don't think it was much asked of him as well. Still was a minus 21 as well. Didn't look too good by himself defensively. Him with Maxey, though, it didn't look too bad when he's playing beside Maxey Kleber. But in all, man, it was a good win. Just to get a win over a quality team in general and be able to hold off, even though they made the little comeback and their run, which Philly got it back down. I think they did get it down to 1, or they got it down to 3, I think, or they take the lead. They got it down to 1, right? They didn't take the lead that second time, right? After
no, they didn't.
Okay. So they got it down. Mavericks held it in check. And today, big thing. I think we talked about it a lot last game about Luka and Kyrie playing playing my turn, your turn, basketball. Today, Luka and Kyrie, I felt like played a lot off of each other, making the game much easier for each other. A lot of assists to each other, baskets to each other. So I felt like that was an awesome sight to see, an evolution in the game. And it's just, we got to keep growing, man. Like, I felt like that was awesome between them two, but we're going to need more help and we need more defense, man. Like, we need defense and rebound, and it is what it is. Until then, these guys are going to have to be nuclear like this all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. You touched on some good points, man. I'm trying to look and see who I want to start with. Man, look, Kyrie and Luka, man. I asked you one day, man, can we get a 40-40 out of both of them, man? And they end up getting it tonight, man, and on national TV, man. So that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. I like the energy in general, man. The energy in general the team played with tonight, man, was infectious. Slipped a little bit there in the beginning of the fourth quarter when they started making their run. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey, man, D-Town's finest, man. He did his thing. Came home and clowned. Almost single-handedly got them back in the game, man. So shout out to him. Like I said, man, like you said too, man. Luka and Kyrie, like they played more off each other today. Mm-hmm. Which, look, man, we've been talking about this before. When everybody say, "Oh, it's not gonna work," after a handful of games or whatever, it's like we got 17, 18 games left. You know what I'm saying? And usually when somebody makes a drastic move like this, man, it takes the team kind of time, the two players or whatever time to kind of figure some things out, man. Like you said, like Luka's been playing the same way for 5 years, so it's gonna take him some time to kind of get used to another guy who can do other things like he can do. You know what I'm saying? So I know everybody compares him to like Jalen Brunson and all that stuff, but still, when Jalen Brunson was here, Jalen Brunson deferred to Luka.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so now you have another guy that's in the same kind of realm as Luka. They can do the same thing. We just saw it tonight. So it's gonna take them a little time, man. Tonight was definitely a kind of a preview of what they can both do, man, when they both are clicking on all cylinders. Like you said, man, they carry the offense. And I remember I asked you this before, but I think we first got them, man. Before we even saw a game, I said, man, you think these two are good enough to carry this offense, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just go out there and just dominate the game, man, with their offense. And they kind of showed that tonight. Elephant in the room. I guess we can get into it, man. The defense, man.
Yeah.
I guess you can say, Embiid is a different breed or whatever, but this is not just Embiid, man. It's just we're having issues with teams penetrating and scoring in the paint. Tyrese Maxey, I was watching, man. Shout out to East Sleep Sixers, man. I was watching their show before we started. They had their post game, and they talked about how Maxey was kind of been struggling over the last handful of games or whatever. And I was listening to them. I thought about the fact that he came out here and balled today. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we got to do something about that, man. I thought we would have probably saw a JaVale McGee sighting today. I thought we would have saw one. I feel like that with every game. I'd be feeling like, man, maybe we might see JaVale McGee tonight, man. I'd be thinking that, but that's not the case. We had more DMPs, man, than we've had in the last handful of games, King. We had, 5 DMPs this time?
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I think Kidd is starting to try to figure out his rotation here.
Yep.
I think the players you saw today, I think are going to be the players going forward going into the playoffs. Because we talked about that before too. You got to have some type of identity of what you want this team to look like going into the playoffs. And they did that. They did that tonight.
You think this is basically the end of the Jayden Hardy experiment until next year?
You mean as far as like he gonna be a key contributor with all that?
Yeah, like
I don't think he's gonna be. I think that's it, man.
You think that's it until next year when he'll get more of a role?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be real. Like, I don't think Justin. I mean, I can't say I don't think because they started him as soon as he got here. I was gonna say I don't think Justin gonna be back next year. Who else got a? You already know I don't think T Wood gonna be back next year. Morris ain't gonna be back. Ntilikina ain't gonna be back. I don't know about Penton. But yeah, so it's gonna be some opportunities, man. Unless they do some trades or something and get somebody else in here or whatever. But if he works on this game over the offseason, this is a learning experience. He's a rookie, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's a lot of roster spots you just said.
Huh?
That's a lot of roster spots you just said.
Yeah. So that means you're gonna be free to get some. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be.
And you didn't even say Dwight Powell.
Listen, I said now I kind of was hesitant on what I just say on Holiday because they might mess around and sign him next year.
Contract.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, no. I mean, like I said, the names I didn't named off, man. That's gonna be opportunities for him next year.
Yeah,
he just gonna have to build on that, man. Who else I was gonna talk about, man? Yeah, Cleveland did a little bit better, man. The wipeout, like I said, man, the wipeout is the wipeout, bro. Like, what are we expecting? What are we expecting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not coming out here expecting him to be Bam Morris, bro. I mean, I keep saying Bam Morris. Bam Adebayo, bro. Shout out to Bam Morris, man. Football. But yeah, Bam Adebayo, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting that, man. He did what he listen. Joel Embiid is a different beast, bro. He's not one of our centers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to guard that guy. And so they did what they could to contain him, man. Like you said, a lot of his damage was at the free throw line. So it is what it is. He does get to the free throw line a lot, so that's not nothing new. You know what I mean? Tim Hardaway, man, when you said he got hurt, it looked like, I don't want to put this out there like it's what it is, but to me, it looked like he grabbed his hamstring. That's what it looked like. Now, I don't know what that means. Maybe it's not that bad, and he just want to be careful with him because Dallas had the lead or whatever, right? So they were fine. Yeah. Didn't want to risk anything by putting him back out there. Let's see what's somebody else. Oh, Josh Green came with energy, man. He had some costly turnovers there a little bit, man. I was kind of getting nervous with him there. Like he was kind of rushing it. With Josh Green rushing it, man, it reminds me of, y'all had me bring this up with like Devin Harris. Remember when Avery always talked about it? He was a player that was always on the go, always going. And he said he has that skill, but he wants him to learn when to go, when to stop, or when to play with a balanced pace. And I think Josh is gonna figure that out, man. Like all right now, all he knows is to go, right?
Yeah.
So if he's kind of slows down sometimes, man, you can still play quick, but kind of slow down a little bit and read and and scan the area, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Being able to do what you do, but kind of while also keeping your eyes open, keep your peripheral open to understand what's going on around you. Because right now he just goes and he reacts to the first thing he sees. You know what I'm saying? And so he kind of got to have that kind of peripheral like Luka has, where it's like Luka's. Well, I guess he's slower, so I guess it helps him out. But you know how Luka go, Luka go, and it's like as he's going, he's looking ahead, but he got like 4 or 5 other options, like what he can do. Like, can I pass the guy in the corner? Can I pass to the guy behind me on my left or whatever? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think he'll figure it out, man. I'm not gonna kill Josh Green, man. I like the fact that they finally put him back in the starting lineup. I guess Twitter was right. I guess.
I mean, hey man, I think J.K. watches the show. I told you.
Shout out to J.K., man, my favorite point guard of all time.
So he wouldn't think so. What are you talking about?
Listen, man, let's talk about this pace, man. This pace. We've been talking about this, man, ever since we picked up Kyrie. I was able to listen to a little bit of the broadcast. Man, you know what? Not a bad broadcast tonight. Even though they kept getting on us too much, they talking about us too much. I don't like that part, but you know we got to be used to it, listening to Bally or whatever. But when it's national, I like them to keep it balanced, bro. Don't just constantly be talking about us the whole time. But Reggie Miller talked about something that I think you asked me before. You was like, "Yo, who has to adjust to who? Does Luka got to adjust to Kyrie, or does Kyrie have to adjust to Luka?" And Reggie actually said Luka has to adjust to Kyrie. And we talked about that already, but numerous times on the show. We talked about the fact, man, that it's easier for this one person to change compared to these other 12 or 13 guys to change. Mm-hmm. And so you heard Reggie kind of say what we also were saying too. Like, those guys want to run. They're more effective when the pace is being stepped up. Like I said before, we're not saying be like Phoenix 7 seconds or less or anything, but let's just step it up a little bit. Luka was trying to do that tonight. Hit a few guys and stuff in stride. Hit Kyrie a few times, you know what I'm saying, in nice little strides. It was great, man. Like, I just like to see them step that pace up a little bit, man. That helps everybody out on the court, not just one person. You know what I'm saying? And having Kyrie in there, that's a big help for those other guys too, man.
Shout out to Luka with his catch and shoots this year. His catch and shooting, just in general this year. I feel like it's just been like not talked about enough.
I think I want Luka to work on that, man. Because if we keep Kyrie, Luka needs to work on that.
What, the catch and shooting?
Yeah, the catch and shooting.
I like it. I'm saying shout out to it. Like, I feel
no,
like
that's what I'm saying. Maybe we talked about that before. I've been said that. I said I would like to when Luka was doing more catching and shooting, right?
He's knocking down the shots when he's catching and shooting.
But I don't know if like he gonna be able to master that a little bit more because he got to go overseas, bro.
That's the part I got you. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, that's the part because what you're saying, I've been said that. I like the catching and shooting. I want him to hone on that a little bit more, so he'll be a little bit more comfortable with it, especially if Kyrie is staying. You know what I'm saying?
Where it can be unstoppable. You want him to just practice like pick and roll and stuff like that, with Luka just standing there and catching the ball and shooting.
Because that'll add a different dimension to their game, man. But it just makes me nervous of him going overseas again, man. This summer, man. That's the only thing, bro. Like, I really want Luka to just spend that time.
He'll figure it out somehow, man. Like, he usually figures it somehow. Even when he goes overseas, he figures out something.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Like I said, man. I like, man. Kyrie had a few open shots, man. Shots way open than he ever had in his career, bro. Yep. We talked about that before. You doubling Luka. Did you see that stat during the game too? Luka's the most double team player in the league. We talked about that before. I don't understand how you the most double team player in the league, bro, and you are the lead scorer in the league. How does that work, King?
And efficient.
Yes, and he's efficient. So can you explain to me how that works?
I don't know, but I'm glad they showed it on national TV though.
Okay, I hear you. I see what you're saying.
I'm glad the national, so everybody, not just Dallas fans, saw that.
Yes, sir. Speaking of efficient, man, I like the way Luka and Kyrie were doing their thing today, being efficient, very efficient while cooking. Like you said, they cooked this delicious meal I had today, man. Shout out to both of them.
Kyrie, Luka scored more points. Well, he scored more than a point a minute.
Yeah. Dang, he sure did. And Kyrie almost scored a point a minute.
Yep.
Jesus, I didn't know they both played over 40 minutes. Cause they said something about Kid was like, I was watching Eat Sleep Six, and he said something about they had interviewed Kid after the third quarter, and he was saying like, what you gonna do to combat if they try to go on a run? And it was like, yo, he's like, just put Luka back in.
Luka back in, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they ended up doing, and Luka came back out there, he's cooking.
Yeah, when they want to go together, they want unstoppable.
Yeah, they were, man. They look good today, man. I loved. We talked about this too, man. I loved Kyrie's aggressiveness, man. Like this is what we've been asking. Like if we can get this Kyrie, man, going forward, sky's the limit, man. Just go out there and play your game, Kyrie. Be aggressive and just look for your shot. You know what I'm saying? Like look for your shot first, and if it's not there and you can find somebody, then you do it. But be aggressive, man, and create that pressure on the defense. Because guess what? You doing that makes it easier for Luka. Because Luka's already going to do it. He's making it easier for you. So
we need Cavaliers, Kyrie.
Yes, we need Cavaliers, Kyrie.
We don't need. He has to figure that out as well. Like it's just them trying to figure out how they're going to play. Like I know when he played with James Harden, that's like another comparison. But James Harden at that point was on the downside of his trajectory. I should feel like I don't want to say the downside, but his scoring he wasn't scoring as much at that point. He started being more facilitated and things. And I felt like when Kyrie's playing with Luka, his a better comparison is the LeBron James comparison. So like he can do things where he's playing off of LeBron, Luka, and also being able to get his buckets when he's able to. Like he has to feel like he has to understand he's number two. And I think if Kyrie can understand that and still be like, I can still get mine though when I have my opportunities out, they'll showcase me, then he'll be fine, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. You got any other takeaways from the game?
Luke has to keep developing, man. Like, so this also shows to me, the folks that say Luka's game is Luka's game, when they always say that, like, I never believe that. As far as all the things I think of his pattern and all, I've seen that Luka's game is not, he doesn't have a set game. Luka's a magician of the basketball. He's just a savant of the sport in general. So, like, he can do basically anything he wants to. That's how I feel about him on the basketball floor. And so with him, he just keeps adjusting his game to Kyrie now, and you can see him playing a different way just because he's that good, man. Like he's a special player. Only thing we worry about now is the referees. That's like just stop that, man, and it'll be like just perfect poetry on the basketball floor.
Yeah, because he was kind of on him today again.
I'm like, man, don't get no tech, man. Don't get no tech. Come on, don't get another one for no reason.
Every time I see him talking to one of them, I'm like, man, he gonna get a tech, bro.
He yelling at the refs for other players and all. I'm like, stop, man.
We love him, though. But yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got for the game today, man.
I told TGK on the last show, shout out to TGK, that the best outcome is that Luke and Kyrie will combine for 100. How they got 82 today? I mean,
Jesus,
I might just been a hit. You don't, from what you saw today, you don't think it could possibly happen?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I thought today Luke was gonna get 50.
That's what I'm saying to you, right? And like Kyrie was just getting easy buckets when he needed to, right? It was just like, okay, my turn.
I knew when Kyrie got 35, he was gonna get 42.
Yeah,
40 also, I should say. I knew he was gonna get 40.
Yo, Kyrie, man, today, like in them two layups he did early. The one with the left hand where he went up and under, and then the finger roll with the right. Yeah. Oh my goodness! I'm like, this dude is amazing. And some of the passes, I told you, I'm more mesmerized. The thing that mesmerizes me about Kyrie, as he's been a Dallas Maverick the most, is his playmaking. Like I really underrated Kyrie Irving's playmaking.
I did too. I knew he could score, but yeah, you're right.
Because I became less of a Kyrie fan when he left LeBron after that whole fiasco. The way he left Cleveland and started being that type of player at that point. And I remember him back then having like the 0 assist games and all, with LeBron to call him out and say, you the starting point guard. So I remember him not being the greatest playmaker back then. But as far as now, man, like some of those assists, like he's like a continuation. Like he's like an extended arm of Luka at times. Like when Luka throws the ball, like that one pass he gave to him, and I think it was like a touch pass to Reggie in the corner.
Oh, okay. I think the way he had threw it up ahead to him.
The one where he threw it to him, and then he like threw it over, and it was like Reggie or Tim Hardaway Jr. in the corner, and they shot three, and I'm like,
yeah, Reggie was hot in that second half.
That's just, man, Kyrie, like I said, I underrated his playmaking. He's a beast. Like he's overtaken Josh Green as the second best playmaker on the team.
Yeah, I think a lot of that too, man, has to do with his maturity, man.
Yes, as well. Like he's just
and
a veteran.
LeBron talked about that too. He talking about how he's matured or whatever.
You get better the longer you play, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I
And
say
you seen a lot, man. You seen a lot.
We don't know what Luka Doncic is going to be like. We cannot even imagine what Luka Doncic is going to be at 28. You feel me? Like you can't imagine it. You can only try to, but like he can just go one off season, like you said, and just dedicate himself to something, and you'd be like, "What? It's a whole different player." So it is what it is.
You gotta sometime soon. He got to get a legit off season, man, where he's not worried about playing for his country or anything like that, man.
Hey man,
get an actual off season.
They get mad at us when we say something. They somebody said that Dirk was playing for Germany. The only reason that he stopped playing is because they didn't qualify. And I was like, I think the only reason they didn't qualify is because Mark Cuban stopped letting them play at all the.
Yeah, I remember that was news here, man. Mark Cuban was talking about him not playing anymore. He didn't want to play anymore. That's
no disrespect to any national team or anything like that. I believe Mark Cuban had to have a talk with him. I believe that's like known news that at some point Mark talked to him and said, if they made the Olympics, you can go over there and play. But like every summer that FIBA and all that stuff like that, like, you can't be playing. So I'm hoping at some point Luka seems like he's more stubborn. Like it'll be a harder conversation to have with him. But somebody got to have that conversation with him at some point, especially if you're going to be getting another contract and you're going to have like 60 mil. Like at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it. Like it's going to be a hard conversation because folks going to say it's your country and all that stuff. But you got to give your all at your job as well. Like he got to find a way to give 100 in both places then.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Whew. All right, man. You ready to get into the next segment of the show?
Just do it.
Who you giving your game ball to tonight?
I guess I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one so you can pick the other.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Kyrie.
I knew you gonna do that, bro.
Yeah. You know what? You want to give it to Kyrie? Go ahead.
No,
I gave you the easy one.
No, I'm giving it to Luka, man. You already know, man. Listen, watching what I watched today with these two, man, it was. I would have never thought, anything like this would be on our team, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we was all happy when, Spencer Dinwiddie got 30 points alongside Luka, man. But I never thought we would have two dudes getting 40, man. Like, that's crazy, bro.
By the end of the season, watch what I tell you, man. Like, Luka gonna be shooting like 52%.
Bro, the nearest, like, two guys who can just score like this that I've seen in my Maverick lifetime, bro, is probably Jim Jackson and Mashburn, bro. Yeah. I mean, when them dudes was dropping like 50 each, man.
Behind each other, yeah.
Yeah, behind each other. And, like, that's probably the closest, man. Because in Dirk's tenure, there was nobody like that dropping no points like that.
Yeah, Dirk at the beginning, I think Finley could get you like a 40 piece at the beginning. But, like, yeah, when Dirk was in his prime as well, getting there, nah. Finley wasn't giving you that. Nash wasn't giving you 40.
Yeah, cause I think Finley was barely getting you 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was crazy, man. I never thought I'd see two dudes on our team score 40 like that, man. That's just crazy.
Kyrie gonna shoot over 50% as well.
I think you're already doing it. You only had like 2 bad games.
He was like 49 or so when he came to the Mavericks, and he had a couple. So I'm saying by the end of the year.
No. He was 40, 50, 90. No, he wasn't 90. He was 40, 50, 80 something.
He was 49. It was 49, 40, and 89 when he came to the Mavericks.
I thought they say he was like 40.
He was like 49 and some change. He was right under 50%.
Okay,
but it's like close enough. It was like close enough with one game. He probably had over 50% right now. Is what I'm saying. I'm just saying when he came to the Mavs, but then he had the two games or whatever like that. But I'm thinking at the end of the year is what I'm saying. He's going to be. It's his free throws basically. If he can keep over 90% and get it back on the stretch or whatever where he can get those, he should be 50, 40, 90. I don't see why not. You see, they made Kyrie on that list. He was the 10th greatest shooter of all time.
No, I didn't see. Like I said, I probably missed a lot of this side stuff, man.
I think it was Bleacher Report that dropped the list. And
Bleacher Report.
They named him as the 10th best shooter. I think Dirk was the 6th.
Bleacher Report, man.
Yeah. But it was cool they had two Mavericks on there. How about that? The 10 best shooters of all time.
Not bad, man. Just imagine, man. Just imagine, King. We had a center, bro.
Kyrie, one of the Definitely underrated. Kyrie just talented, bro. Like Kyrie definitely his shooting is underrated. I tell people that all the time. Like Kyrie, one of the best shooters of all time, and that's what we said about him coming to the Mavericks. Like you got Kyrie Irving shooting wide open threes like he did tonight with Luka Doncic passing him the ball. Why would you not want that? What kind of risk? What risk is that? That's not a risk. That's an upgrade.
I wonder if he got wide open shots like this when he was with KD.
He got a lot of one-on-one possessions with KD where he was able to cook.
When it was like your turn, my turn.
Yeah, but he got like a lot of space. Like, I mean, the trust that players have that KD will make a wide open shot is like different than anybody else, if that makes sense. Like even Luka Doncic, somebody would shadow off of him before they shadow off of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, you don't shadow off of Kevin Durant. Only time I ever seen Kevin Durant shadowed off of was in the Golden State Warriors, like the playoff runs, and I'm like, man, they have no choice. They have to let Kevin Durant run down the middle because they got to stay with Steph Curry or Klay Thompson on the 3-point line on a fast break.
Yeah, I would say it was hard to shadow off of him, man.
Yeah.
When he played for the Warriors, bro, because they had so many. And
then
those were shooters, King.
Yeah. That's the time they did shadow. I'm saying that's the time he got wide open shots because they had to they couldn't leave the 3-point shooters because their 3-point percentage, like they're a better 3-point shooter than most folks are layup guys.
Yeah, but that's probably the most wide open shots, man, he ever had in his career, bro.
I told you, I remember LeBron James in the finals defending like a Steph Curry and KD break, and LeBron having to decide to run to the corner with Steph, and I'm like, that's not the right move. But I'm like, I guess it's a different NBA or whatever where he was letting KD go around the middle for dunks.
You got to pick your poison, bro.
Yeah, like.
But yeah, man, you ready to get into these questions and comments, man?
They're gonna be all comments today. It's all them.
Questions and comments. Questions and comments.
Let us know what it be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know how this works, man. If you have any questions, any comments addressing me and King, hit us with the WTM. Yeah. We usually what we do is we get to the super chats first, and then we'll get to the regular chats. And sometimes, man, we not gonna be able to get to all of y'all, man. It's a lot of y'all in here tonight, man. So we probably not gonna be able to get to everybody, but we will try our best. And here we go, man.
Keep his TV 14 as y'all can in the comments. We don't gotta be PG, but TV 14. Don't go R.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. First one is up. Here, Larry again. He said, "I enjoy how Kid was efficient on keeping Wood on the bench." Should have seen that coming. Let's see. Oh, and Larry's a Glow Yard gang member. Let's see.
Yeah, I know Coy in there.
Yeah, Coy, man. Shout out to Coy, man. Shout out to Coy, bro. There's a lot of comments in here. Geek, I hope you're at the top, bro.
I was at the top. I went
Coy, what's good, man? He said, "We back. Much love as always." Appreciate it, Coy, man. He's also a Glow Yard member, man. We definitely appreciate you, Coy. Definitely appreciate you.
We got a nice one lined up for y'all tomorrow. Glow Yard member. Tomorrow evening, though. It's going to be tomorrow evening. It's
going to be tomorrow evening, y'all, not tomorrow morning.
8 Central. What is it? 9 Eastern. All right. I'm starting at the top. Rivs, what up? He's a Glow Yard gang member. He says, "We witnessed NBA/Mavericks history tonight. Luka and Kai are the first teammates in NBA/franchise history to both drop 40-plus with 6 threes in the same game. And we hit a franchise record 25 3-pointers. Yes, Rivs to all of that."
Yep, franchise record, man.
He also says Luka and Kai took Embiid's lunch money. They picked Buddy apart so bad he had to start baiting fouls. Laughing my you know what of. Rivs also says Nico got to find us some depth and defense this offseason. We can't expect Luka and Kai to drop 40 nightly just for us to win. Joker and Tatum can drop 10 points and win comfortably. Yes, that is true. Well, what's up? He says, "Great win, but we have to really look at these collapses we have seen recently. Yes, we won, but it should have never been this as close as it was, and that worries me." Yeah. It's our defense right now. Like, we're going to allow runs.
Oh, did you feel like they were going to lose today when they get a lead up?
I didn't. I thought they weren't going to let it go today. I was like,
analyst had texted me and asked me that. I said, bro, I didn't feel like they were gonna let that go.
And when like Kyrie came down and hit that three with his hand up and all that, I was like, yeah, they're not gonna let. They're not.
I said they played with better energy today. I didn't feel like they were gonna lose it.
Whoa also says, does anyone have that Men in Black Flash memory eraser thing? I want to forget how Josh Green played tonight and act like it never happened. That wasn't the worst in the world. He did some turnovers, like Ralph said, but I didn't feel like it was the worst. Nancy, what's up? She says, awesome game. All the haters out there on TNT saying Luka/Kyle will never work. The only one that had anything nice to say was Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
I think Shaq said it worked, didn't he? Shaq didn't think it worked? Shaq said they just got to make it happen. If they wanted to work, they'll make it work.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about it. Chuck, Chuck did.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Chuck, bro. To be honest with you, I don't really listen to them dudes, man. I know you're going to say Kenny be having this point, like, I guess, man, whatever. I feel like it's more entertainment than actual insight.
Dave says, Ro, I was on TGK pregame, and I told you we would get a win, and that Luka would be playoff Luka, and Kyrie would dominate too. Ha ha.
Yeah, you did, Div. You definitely did.
Good-ish, Div. Good-ish. Lies, he's a Glow Yard gang member. What up, Lies? He says, great game tonight, but I heard the announcer saying it felt like playoff basketball. I was like, nah, man, this looks like pickup ball with no defense. We won't go far in the playoffs like this.
Any word on Nerlens Noel?
Div says, at the end of the game, I don't know what Kid is thinking. We should not have had Luka bring the ball up when they doubled without Kyrie on the court. We should have Luka post up to stop runs. Yeah. But we should not have Luka bring the ball up when they double without Kyrie. I don't know about that one, Div. Like, he got to get in the post, and them guys got to bring the ball up without him, and it's been trouble sometimes.
Yeah, and they were trying to pressure, man, because Dallas been going down there and getting whatever they wanted, so they were going to pressure whoever bring the ball up in general.
Yeah. Div also says, I thought everyone had a decent game except for Seawood tonight. He was okay, but I think it seems like Kid has ruined him and his confidence. He looks alienated now. I feel for the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he do feel like he out of place now.
Shadows is a Glow Yard gang member as well. What up, Shadows? He says, guys, I think Kyrie hurt us. Much better performance from the guys tonight. I don't get this team, though. We lose to Indiana, but win against Philly. I don't know, man, but I will take the W. Yeah, man.
Very Maverick-ish.
Yeah, it's like Mavericks, we just wait for the playoffs, I guess, huh? We just don't want to be in the play-in. Dallas Mav says, so is McGee not going to play at all anymore?
Great question.
Gotta ask your coach.
Yeah, ask the guy who's not the savior.
Yeah, Todd Hamilton said, where's the fan 123 dude from last game? Kyrie is making him look like a fool, although he was doing a good job of that himself. I think he's in here. He's going to get his chance. Shadow says, we're not asking our guys to be Hall of Fame defenders. Just be solid. I think we did that tonight. If we can just outscore the opposing team stars and play solid defense, we should be good. And we're going to be a tough out, but I don't know if we championship level. Like, that defense is ugly. Ashton, what up, Ashton? He says, great game.
Let me say one thing, too, about the defense. This is why I was saying, too, with our defense, man. Like, I don't think that we're not trying to play defense. That's why I was saying. I think somebody asked us that like a few shows ago when it's like, are we trying not to play defense or we just got bad defenders? And it's like, I don't think that they're not trying to play defense. We're just not the greatest at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah.
Ashton says, great game, our best game of the season, but defense still sucked. We cannot just outscore teams. Yeah, Ashton, I don't know. That's why I couldn't say it's the best game of the season. And plus, Philly was on the second half of a back-to-back as well.
Yeah. Only thing is, Embiid didn't play in the last game, though.
Yeah, but the other guys did. It ain't just Embiid, so I understand. But I understand that. I was thinking that, too. Embiid didn't play. He also says McGee for 3 more years. Yep.
Actually, 2 more years after this.
Yeah, 2 more. You're right. Todd says, I love that Kyrie was more aggressive from the jump tonight. No more of that trying to not seem selfish on a new team. Go get yours, Kyrie. Yep.
Yeah, we've been saying. Go ahead and get yours, man. Be aggressive. We need that.
Coy, he says, what a game. Why was Tim mad? He walked to the locker room after getting taken out. I think he was hurt.
He got hurt, Coy. Like I said, it looked like he grabbed the back of his leg. I'm hoping that's not the case because that's not good. We just got Maxey back from a hamstring injury, so
yeah.
Maybe that's what it looked like. He got hurt, man. It's probably why he was upset.
Yeah.
He didn't want to miss a game or whatever, you know.
Shadow says game of the year this Sunday, potentially a playoff rematch. Who knows? Mavs in 4. I ain't gonna say Mavs in 4. I ain't gonna go like them, but I would like to hold that that rivalry still and still be the dominant one in that series. That would be nice. A nice statement.
Man, listen, if Dallas can win that game on Sunday, man, let me keep it one game at a time. Never mind.
Nah, no, you're not, bro. No, I'm not either. I would like it'd be a good win.
No. I'm not. I was gonna go a little bit further than that, but never mind.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. It's just gonna be a good win.
Good win.
That's it. Just gonna be a good win if they win the
Shake
game.
hands. Good win.
Yep, good win. That's it. And just walk off. This ain't that's not playoffs. That's not nothing. We're not gonna act foolish. We
exactly
totally different. Coy says aggressive Kyrie equals winning basketball. Yes.
Yep.
Riv says Shadows, you finally got your wrench, fam. LOL. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't read that, but yes, Shadows.
What that means. Okay.
Lies says at some point we will need to talk about Seawood and TCJ being minus 21. Mavs was top 5 defense last season. Now we are this mediocre. It's crazy, and letting teams go for 120 on us is not normal. Yeah.
And people can't say, "Oh, cause we missing Dorian. We was bottom and half of the league. We had Dorian too."
You know who we missing defensively, and I'll say it again. People underrate his defense too. Jalen Brunson.
Go ahead and say it, bro.
Jalen Brunson.
Everybody want it gone. He ain't worth
Jalen
it.
Brunson. That's what I kept telling everybody. You're not paying attention to all this. A lot of folks never pay attention to all the stuff people can do, and they always try to go to the stuff they can't do. And I'm like, not paying attention to the stuff that the guy is doing for us. But
he got New York over there balling, man.
Yep. I mean, he should have been an all-star.
Shout out to Freezy, man. They deserve it, man.
But people didn't want to pay him $20 million. Remember that, bro? No 20 million, no 18. Man. Yeah. It's gonna be too much money. We were like, it's gonna be a steal. It's gonna be a steal. No, it's not. But give Maxi Kleber 3 for whatever. Dallas Mavs says Mavs foul a lot, but come playoff time, I think refs should let them play more, so that should help out the Mavs. Hopefully.
Yeah. They gonna let them play, man. It's the thing that I'm concerned with, y'all, is the half court offense. I know we got Luka and Kyrie. Right now they're playing a little faster because it kind of panders a little bit to what their strengths are. The other players other than Luka and Kyrie, they are more effective in transition compared to half court. We've seen that all year long. So y'all know when the playoffs come, that's when they focus on half court. That's the part I'm gonna be scared of, man. They're gonna have to figure this out before we get to the playoffs.
They need to wipe out. Coy says, Suns in 4. I'm not touching it, Coy. Let's just let it play. Y'all already know what it is. Suns in 4. Riv says, glad we got the win, but I don't trust Kid. Wood still not starting. McGee and Hardy still sitting on the bench. Pop, Ime, Lou, Malone, Bud would have been blowing 25 or wouldn't be blowing 25-point leads with Luke and Kai.
I can't deny it. I can't deny it.
I'm a rider. It's the hit if Nate Dogg spit. Harold says, what up, Harold? A good win. This team still awful defensively. Pick up every defensive player available and buy out, waive a bunch of sit warmers on this team.
Pick up every defensive player in the buy. I hear you.
Every defensive player.
Hey, has anybody heard anything about Nerlens Noel? Has anybody? Like, is there a team looking at him? Like, what's going on?
I knew Will Barton got picked up, but that's it.
Yeah, Will Barton got picked up. Oh, and Gordon getting picked up by Milwaukee.
So we should. So that means that we should get Nerlens Noel, right?
I mean, it's common sense.
All right. Todd Hamilton said, let's show some love to Powell and Maxey for boxing out Embiid all night. How many rebounds did Embiid have?
Let's see.
Let me see if that was the shot or if that was real.
We only had 8 rebounds.
Okay. All right, Todd. Okay. Maxey had 2 less rebounds than Embiid.
So, Todd, we thought you pulled that gun out, but we guess you didn't.
I was about to pull the trigger. I thought he was playing around.
All right, Todd was mean for real. Okay.
Right. Shout out to Maxey and Powell for that. I ain't see Powell rebounds. I don't even want to look. Nancy says, the other night after the Pacers lost, Kyrie was asked about his game. Said, I'm adding too much pressure to be great every play. I just need to relax and let the game come to me and not force it. Yep. Yeah. I mean, Kyrie just nice. I mean, I think most folks that watch our show, watch NBA basketball, knows that Kyrie's nice. It's just other things at times.
Hold that spot, King. Hold that spot.
Sorry.
Harry back at it again. He said we're comparing giving JB 20 mil to Maxey 9. Actually, he didn't get 9. He already had 9 before he signed his extension.
He got 11.
He got 11.
We comparing, yes. I'm comparing giving Maxey 20 mil. People were complaining on here about giving him 18 mil. And yeah, I'm saying right now, JB worth, if we'd have been given $30 million, it'd have been worth it. That's how I feel. What about you, bro?
Is he balling right now?
I believe he is. We said he should have been an all-star, right?
Yeah. Maxey should have been an all-star too, though. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead. You saying. All right.
Well, Maxey got $11 million for 3 years, and we didn't sign that guy. So yeah, Larry, I'm gonna say that one, man. I'm definitely comparing it. Gina Kim, what's up? She says, "What's up, guys? How we feeling? Didn't watch the game at first, but tuned in near the second quarter after I found out how good they were doing. Very impressed. It was a good one.
Is that what we doing, everybody now? Everybody's like, man, I hope they. I'm gonna see if I can get some good news, and then I'm gonna tune in. Is that what everybody doing now?
Yep, that's how I feel. What up, King?
What up, cuz?
Gang member. He says, now this was a game that showed some hope. Still some defense issues to fix. Today's game showed we can really beat anyone despite no true bigs unless we save JaVale for the playoff run. Yeah, man. I think he will. You know, for some reason, I think he will show up in the playoffs and help us out. Kind of like Boban did. Remember how Boban did that year?
No, I mean, but I don't think we're saving.
No, we're not saving.
I don't think we're saving JaVale.
No, we're not saving him for it. We're not saving. We're not Robert Horry or nothing like that. But
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Gina Kim says Kyrie and Luka played very well today. Everything just clicked. They did what they've been expected to do at the beginning of the trade. Yeah.
And like I said, Gene, like a lot of it had to do with we just needed Kyrie to be Kyrie. He talked about that on, in numerous post game interviews and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take him time. He's just trying to find his place and get comfortable and all that stuff. You know. At the same time, we just need him to be aggressive. That's it.
I've said multiple times, bro, that every time LeBron James goes to a different team or so, they always start off with him and somebody else, or like within like 15 games, or like a 500 record. It's a god when you got a generational talent that's trying to change his game, just on the fly. Mm-hmm. Like it's going to be some ups and downs at the beginning, but the thing is just to believe because they're generational talent. But go ahead. And
Kyrie also said he's never been traded halfway through the season.
Yeah, mid-season.
So this
I think him. Shout out to Grant, what is Afsef? He asked Doc Rivers before the game about the Luka Doncic Kyrie dynamic of being traded in the middle of the season and trying to acclimate him. And he said they had the same issue with James Harden last year with trying to play through James Harden, even though James Harden didn't know the playbook yet already. So it was like kind of odd and awkward. But he said now, knowing that James Harden has had a whole offseason and all this, it's totally different. Like they can run the plays and they know what's going on. So you got to just give it time. Like these guys are too great for it not to work. That's all I keep saying. Like you guys are not wanting it to work. These guys will get it together. You see what Kyrie can do today. Like we have that guy on our team with Luka Doncic. They'll make it work, even if it's ugly. Sometimes it'll work because they're that good.
All right.
But Div says this game proves that Luka is the true MVP of the league. He just kept wanting the defensive player of the year and Skip Bayless, LOL, as his cover and owned him, tired his butt out. Yeah, he was picking on Embiid tonight.
Man, it's funny you said that because I was watching He Sleeps Sixers, man. Shout out to them again. Mm-hmm. I was watching them and they were saying that Embiid hasn't been good on switches.
Yeah.
On perimeter switches. So
somebody said that on a halftime show too. I think Charles Barkley actually said that.
I didn't hear all that from him.
Yeah, he said it's not a good.
Around time I muted it, but go ahead.
Yeah, he said it's not a good matchup for his Sixers and all because Embiid and all ain't gonna be able to play him defensively. So it was a good point, but he also said Luka Doncic doesn't rebound. So
okay.
Yeah.
You want me to listen to him? Trust everything he says. I'm telling you.
I didn't say trust everything he says. So entertainment. You got to take the good with the bad, like everybody's points, man.
Oh man, it's entertainment. Exactly what it is. Not anything insightful, man. I tell you.
Shout out to the guy TGK. Make sure y'all check out his pregame show if y'all didn't already.
Yeah,
he definitely got in there.
Dub.
Yep, he said we got a dub now on the Sunday. Yes, sir.
Now TGK, it's gonna be easy for you to bring your energy now for next show. I know you said sometimes be hard, man. You to bring your energy. You gonna be able to bring your energy for this one, for the next game.
Yes, sir.
It's a big game, man.
Yes,
King. Hold on, King. Hold on.
Y'all remember?
Got a new member. RC, what is good, man?
RC.
What's good, man? Welcome,
RC. Welcome again, RC.
Yeah,
Certified Sad Boy. He's a Glow Yard gang member. What up, Certified? He says Kai was way more aggressive this game. Need him to look to find his shot earlier like he did today on now on. Yes, Certified. What up, Richard? Glow Yard gang member.
Richard, what up?
He says, great win. Just wish someone would tell Powell don't pass and keep rebounding. Think kid might have broken wood. Luka needs to not let us go 5 minutes without scoring. 2 points. That's too long. Yeah, he was back to the beginning part, the Powell thing, under that rim, man. That one time he could have dunked the ball. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, bro. Like, we just need a center that can finish those possessions. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we keep getting reminded about he's shooting 70% around the rim or some trash, bro. Like
that's because of wide open. That's because of wide open lobs from Luka Doncic.
Exactly. Because I've been seeing a lot of them bunnies when they bounce pass it to you, man. You've been missing a lot of them chippies around the rim.
He awesome screener though, man.
Yeah. And about that Kid Wood thing, Richard, we're gonna touch on that tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Got a lot to talk about with that one, but yeah.
Most definitely. That should be a good one. Todd says Sniper Bullock is fully locked and loaded. It just took him a while to adjust to the wind and long distance. Yeah, man.
What's that thing where they put the finger in the mouth and they do the?
Yep. Van Reggie be out there, and they be the quick releases too. Pause like the quick ones. He be on it. Reggie Bullock is back. Your boy Tyson T. Why was Maxey in the game for the free throw line? The free throw lineup. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. At the end of the game, yeah, when he was 69.
I mean, because I think at that time he was only big in there. So I mean,
yeah, that's true. Dang.
And that's around time too. Philly was kind of going on that little run there, kind of threatening to run a little bit. So he's our best defender. So I guess you want to keep him in there for that purpose. But I guess, man, I'm not mad about it.
You didn't have a choice after you
really have a choice.
Like, you really didn't have a choice. It was him with the white power. G2 says, and God said, let there be offense, and rest of the next day, no defense. Yeah, man. There's no defense. Like the All-Star game out there.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. It just was, that ain't going to be success. Div says, Luka better be the player of the game tonight by Rella and King, because in the fourth quarter start, Kyrie didn't hold it down till Luka showed up. Yeah, he didn't. He was by himself. But that's why Kyrie the number 2. That's what I'm saying to y'all, Div. Like, Kyrie by himself is harder when he faces like double teams and all with Luka because he's only 6'2". Like it's the reason. If he was 6'6", he'd probably be an argument for the best player in the NBA. Like that's how talented he is. He's 6'2" though, so having a Luka Doncic or somebody beside him opens the game up for him to be like the ultimate number 2 player in the league. So I was fine. I knew it was going to happen. Jay Kidd even knew it was going to happen and said he's going to put in Luka when it's time to put in Luka. And then they started cooking.
And plus two, Div. If you think about it, how many players do we know in the league on that like caliber of Luka that gets double teamed and it frustrates them, right? Yeah. We talk about like Devin Booker getting double teamed and only giving you like 12 or 13 points or whatever, right? Yeah. So Luka is used to it. So when he's getting double teamed, as a matter of fact, he's the most double teamed guy in the league. I know y'all saw that stat during the game today. So when he's getting double teamed, man, of course he's gonna know how to kind of maneuver through it because he's been used to being the only guy on the team. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so now Kyrie is taking on some of that double team responsibility, man. He's gonna have to get used to it. He's gonna have to learn how to trust Luka and play off of Luka in those moments, man. So he'll be fine, man. He'll be fine. Yeah. The dude's a champion, man, so he'll be fine.
And I think both of them play the game. Like the only reason I took Kyrie is because I gave Rel the easy choice of Luka. Like I just wanted them both to play the game today. It was incredible.
You can't say look, Kyrie didn't ball today, Div. Like Kyrie balled, bro.
They were both amazing, man. Like
at one point, it was like Kyrie kind of kept that entertainment factor and everything during the game too, man. When Luke was on the bench, like that dude was balling, man.
And Kyrie, that when we really took control of the game again in the fourth quarter, I feel like it was Kyrie's bucket.
Yeah.
That 3 where he came down when Luka passed to him, pushed the break, and then he came down.
Maxey back there because he had failed or whatever.
And then ran, and then he just pulled up, and I was like, "Yep, that was it. That was the ball game." I felt like
that was it.
But no offense to Luka though, Div. Like they both were awesome tonight. I wanted them both.
They both was good.
The game. The reason I took Kyrie is because I wanted Rel to pick Luka. That's it. Richard said long needed win. Yes, it was. It felt good. Martin says, I don't care. What up, Martin, as well? He says, I don't care what people say. It's obvious Luka and Kai hasn't meshed yet. Yep. Once they do, God bless any team they face in the finals. Yeah, we hope we get
Hey, you know what's funny about that, Martin? That's what Reggie said.
Yeah.
They ain't said, man, yet. If these two can figure it out, it's Jesus. Pray for whoever they play, man.
Gina Kim says, I was worried on how we were going to look, especially on national TV, but they didn't disappoint. So proud of the boys. Also, any thoughts on how our defense looked tonight? Improvements? We got to go get Nerlens Noel. Gina Kim, that's how I feel right now. I'm not even big on bringing guys back to the team.
And he ain't saying he the answer, but you who was that just said a minute ago, man? You just got to probably pick up as many defensive guys off the buy market or something.
Can he be better than JaVale McGee at this point?
Yeah.
That's the point we at right now.
Because we're getting killed in the paint. So, I mean,
maybe somebody can fit, man. You feel me?
The real answer ain't gonna be into this offseason. So
yeah, because I keep going back to Tyson Chandler, bro. I didn't think Tyson Chandler was the answer until he was here. You feel me? It's about the fit. It's about maybe you get that player that's the last piece of the puzzle that fits. So
if I told you, man, I said remember they kept dangling that Dan Pierre chip. And when we got Tyson Chandler with that Dan Pierre chip, I was mad. I'm like, bro, this is it. This is what you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the way we lost in that first round that previous year to San Antonio, I was like, bro, we need more than this.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I brought it up before. We had those defensive guys. We had the Karans. We had the kids. We had the Marions. We had the Deshaun Stevenson before we got Tyson Chandler and had that look. So as soon as you got that center back there, those defensive-minded guys now are able to be aggressive on the perimeter because they have a guy back there to erase. That's all we really need, man. We got to get that big, man. We've been talking about that for so long, bro.
You made it where your best lineups no longer had Dirk Nowitzki at the center.
Yes.
That's what you did when Tyson Chandler got over here. You
had Dirk at the center. We just tried to outscore you.
Yep, and you've had Tyson Chandler, he was able to make up for Dirk's deficiencies on the defensive side by him being that guy on the front court as well with him. So Nerlens Noel can do some things that we need. You feel me? That he can be good at those things. Just that if we can get him and unlock him to the best of his ability, he could be a big piece. Really, I mean, it's two sides of this coin. He could be a non-factor at all, or he could be a major piece. Let's see. Frank says he's a Glow Yard gang member. What up, Frank? He says defense. Mavs priority is just defense this offseason. Yes, defense is size. Size. I want size defense. I want our defense. Yes.
Defense, size, defense, whatever.
Yep. Riv says King, he's cardio B until he can shoot like this in the playoffs. I mean, he hasn't shot like that in the playoffs.
I was gonna say he did this in the playoffs too last year.
He was fine last year. Riv, what I'm saying,
he told me stop calling him cardio B or call him hands cardio B. What he told me.
Man.
What we got? Oh, that's why he just came up.
Sporting Game. What up, Sporting Game? He says, is it good win besides many error things like we are doing really great in offense and need to figure out how to play defense effectively besides let Luka play offense, but Maxey looked okay today. I mean, it is. You're right. It's a good win besides the errors and all that stuff, but I mean, we do got to figure out how to play defense effectively. And like you said, but Maxey, he looked decent. Maxey been all right. He had 6 rebounds today. That was much better than the 0. So I'll take 6 in 20 minutes.
6 in 20 minutes is not bad.
Sporting Game also says the MVPs are Jason Kidd, who called a timeout early in the fourth quarter and let Luka play until the rest of the game to help Kyrie play and enjoy basketball. Yeah, Jason Kidd that was a good decision putting Luka back in the game.
It was. He waited and he said that before.
Said it on TV. So. It was like what is it? Prophetic. To be like
I thought you were gonna say a premonition.
It could have been a premonition, but he said he was on the TV. It felt like the playoffs when he was calling the defense and all that. Like he was actually coaching on TV again, national TV. It felt good, and he actually called it at the right time and put him at the right moment. Memories, man. I know, right, bro? That's the reasons why I keep giving them those olive branches.
Just last year, man.
Awesome, man. I feel like he can still be there, man. That guy can still be there somewhere, bro. Todd says, I know Seawood has many flaws, but we need his scoring off the bench. Hopefully he shows up for that new contract he wants. Yeah, man.
No comment.
Gina Kim says, do you guys – you know what, bro? There's one thing I do think. I have one saving grace for Christian Wood. Has he ever played in the playoffs?
Mm-mm.
That's the only saving grace I have for him. That playoff time will bring a different beast out of him because it's playoffs.
Yeah, we've seen people get paid for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Remember
playoff
Jamal
time.
McGlure?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Bismack Biyombo?
Yeah. So he'll be on a national stage all the time. And I think C Wood likes being on a national stage, Like he likes being able to be seen. Gina Kim says, do you guys think this is enough to beat KD and the Suns? I feel like we can, but who is guarding KD? I mean, I always think nowadays who's going to guard us? Like, that's not the issue. It's about who has the better role players and all that kind of stuff. We can beat them. I don't see why not, but I mean, at the same time, we could be out there and losing by 30 as well. I can see any outcome. It's the Dallas Mavericks.
Thanks.
Larry says, great to see Maxey and DP out there balling. I mean, they were all right. Y'all be going a little too hard, but they be all right. Oh, hold on. He says, great to see Maxey and DP out there balling, just playing.
Oh, I'm about to say, when he said that, I had to turn my head and look at those stats. Like, man, watch a different game or something.
It's wild that they be doing stuff like 9 points and 6 rebounds, and we like,
okay.
You had a good game today,
All-Star
man.
Game, yeah.
Yeah, and like another guy had like
NBA player
rebounds and like, but you did your job, man. Like,
hey, and that be their career highs.
Yeah,
remember we was in here like, dang, boy, I had 10 rebounds. He had like 8 and 10. He was like, what?
Man, these guys, we've been scarred so much, man. We don't even understand that we've been scarred so much that we shouldn't even expect that. Like, that's horrible.
Shout out to James Donaldson, man.
Shout out to James Donaldson. Gina Kim says, honestly, this felt like it was an off night for Embiid, and we were just lucky to win. But I still have some hope for them to continue and win the rest of these home games. Yeah, it's just something about Embiid, man. Like something about Embiid that just won't put me over the top with him. It's just something about it. I just don't feel like he's that dude. You feel me?
I feel that same way, bro. No disrespect.
Yeah, it's no. I know he's talented as hell.
It's I know something, bro. It's something. I'm with you. It's something. I've always kind of felt that way, but I just never really acted on it or whatever, or kind of just went.
Yeah, like, bro, he's never been in the conference finals either.
Nah, it said he's never been as far as the second round.
At what point? At what point is it like?
Remember the closest he would have got when Kawhi hit that yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jump in the corner.
Richard says, news alert, Holiday and Powell get 10-year, $1 billion contracts.
Richard, stop playing, man. Good night, everybody. We're going to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah. Dave says, talk about disrespectful. Kendrick Perkins said Joker is stat patent. Embiid is stat patent. Didn't want Bam last night and wanted to get tons of points tonight. End of game. Kept shooting. I told you, I think Joker is stat patent. But all the great stat pad. The thing is that his team's so good that he can stat pad. Like, I don't have an issue with it, but I've been telling you, yes, it's been games I've watched Joker guard there, and I told Rel he's looking to get a triple-double. Like, he doesn't have to score a bunch. It's games we had like 12, 15, and like 15, and so, and I'm like, he's just out there holding the ball of his head and just trying to find folks against these horrible teams where he can get the triple-double. It's okay, though. He's trying to get his hardware. Like, his team's winning. Go get your hardware and then try to win a championship. But he got a lot of pressure on him this year, though. I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot of – he better understand. He better have his fun right now because after these playoffs, there's going to be a bunch of pressure on him from this point on in his career.
So you saying that he's doing the same thing that people criticize Westbrook for doing?
Yeah, but Westbrook, I think people overrated it anyway. I told you. Russell Westbrook, when he got a triple-double, like his team was winning. He has a very great winning percentage when he gets a triple-double with his teams, and I never had a problem with that. Like, he got his numbers, he did what he did. A lot of folks can't do that. That still takes energy and all, bro. You know how hard it is to get a triple-double? Well, it used to be, I should say. Like, when Russ started, he started the trend of it trying to be easier, but when he was getting them at first, nobody thought anybody was going to average a triple-double again outside of maybe LeBron James, and LeBron has never gotten there.
Never did it, yo.
So, like, bro, he did it, like, so many times. Like, I'm never going to disrespect him, but I do think Joker stat pads at times. I think everybody. Embiid was stat pad today. Like, he was trying to get the easy buckets, making sure it was him so he can get his 35 a game like he does or whatever. Like, it's what players do.
Luka got 42.
Yeah. Like, it's times with Luka at the end of games where it's, like, out of hand and he'll just get the ball and go get the easy bucket because he won a couple buckets. You feel me? Like, players do it. It's to get your numbers. Everybody wants to get their numbers. Don't believe the hype when you hear folks talking about they don't look at their numbers. They're scoring when the game's going on and nothing like that. BS. You see them looking up all the time. What you think they're looking at? Lies, he says, for tonight, I disagree. Rel Powell had a good game for his 22 minutes. That's what he should play, 15 to 20. And he was plus 26 on the floor. Our bench was getting cooked, simple and plain. I don't feel like so. I think y'all keep saying that good game word. So I think that's the issue.
I didn't say he had a bad game.
It's not he had a bad game. He didn't have a good game.
He didn't have a great game. Yeah, I didn't say he had a bad game.
He had a serviceable game, I guess. And
I said he was playing against Embiid. Like, what do you expect him to do? You know what I'm saying? He's not. Like I said, he's not Bam Adebayo or anybody, bro. Like he did what he could. You know.
How much is he making?
Like 10 or 11 or something like that.
That's worth $11 million. What he did today? That's what I'm saying. We so burnt, bro. That's worth $11 million. What he did.
I think folks just get comfortable with his numbers, man. It's just like I said, it is what it is. Like I just said, it is what it is. I didn't say he had a bad game.
We didn't want to give JB $18 million.
I'm not going to go ahead and say he had no great game. He had a Dwight Powell game, man.
He had a veterans minimum game. Tell me I'm learning.
You said he had a ninth man rotation game?
He had a veterans minimum game. He just had a plus something. Now we're using plus minus to make him look good. He held Joel Embiid to 35 and 8. He did nothing special.
Right.
Like, he did nothing special. I'm sorry. He had a okay game, but like tonight didn't prove he can play in the playoffs. Johnny B, how about that one, bro? Johnny B, what up? Johnny B says, glow y'all, what up? Even though I'm happy we won this game, didn't make me feel any better. Luka and Kai both had 40 and we still almost lost. Is that Luka's fault this time, Johnny? Or is this Kyrie's fault this time? Because you said if JB was here, he wouldn't be able to cook like this. And I guess Kyrie just did it.
Yeah, Johnny, stop acting like we got a lockdown defense, man. You know what this is. If these dudes didn't get 40 apiece, we would have lost.
Gina Kim says, Nick from Locked On said that this team lacked leadership. Any thoughts? I don't think it lacks leadership. I think the leader is – we got a guy who's won an NBA championship.
Gina, if they're talking about lack of leadership from the coaching, I mean, if that's what they're talking – I don't listen to Locked On, so I would have to listen to it to understand what they're talking about when they mean by leadership. So
yeah,
but that's not going to happen. So yeah. If they talking about coaching, then yeah.
Starbug, this is a good one. Says I keep swinging game to game between thinking what kind of top 10 rookie can they draft to how far can they advance in the playoffs. I know Starbug. It's cardiac Mavs, man.
Cardiac Mavs.
Div says tonight's game really showed how having height like Luka is great for double teams in the fourth quarter. Start, they double Kyrie, and he can only really pass to the side of him, which makes it hard. Ain't that what I just said, bro? I think I just said that with a second.
Funny you said that, Div, because you watch We Talk Hawk TV, and that's one of the complaints they have about having a short backcourt. They talk about how DeJounte Murray would be a good size for a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And he could see over the defense, like you said. He can see over the point guards and stuff like that. He can't see over the shooting guards because most shooting guards are like 6'6", 6'7". You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're right, man.
The glory of having a 6'7" point guard is stupid. Go back and watch like Magic Johnson and stuff like that. These crazy tall dudes playing point guard.
Magic will back folks down and then look right over him as he's backing
them. Look right over and just pass it over their head and all that. 6'9", like, bruh, what? Richard says, "Wish Green would look to finish a little more, but can't complain." Future star, yeah, Richard. He's still young, still adjusting to what JK wanted him to do. Like I'm telling you, I'm not worried about Josh Green. Yeah, hope you aren't ready to trade him again yet.
Give it time.
Lai says, "Yo, does Reggie Miller has beef with Cubes or something? Someone in the organization? Because dude been bad mouthing us for a while now, and he's not impartial at all." I don't know. I feel like he was all right today. He was
all right today. Like I said, I just didn't like the fact that he just kept focusing on us the whole time. That's the only thing I didn't like, man.
We the ones underachieving right now.
Well, no, he's not only that, bro. It's just the fact that I don't like it when they over focus on us because a lot of times they're going to start saying stuff they don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's the part that makes me mad. And I feel like I'm cringing while I'm watching it. So that's why a lot of times I just watch them on mute, man.
I mean, I can't be too mad. Reggie was one of the main reasons Luka went and lost some weight last year.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No, I'm saying towards live. Yeah. I'm saying towards live as far as Reggie Miller. Like, I mean, Reggie Miller said some stuff and Luka went and lost weight. So,
overall, yeah, Reggie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, lies. I don't like the over focus on us like that, but yeah.
Over analyzing.
Yeah.
Nick says, "What up, Nick?" He said, "This is how the Mavs have to play. Let Luka and Kyrie cook, hit enough open threes, and play decent team defense. Won't always be pretty, especially when they bricking threes, but they always have a chance, bro. I got you, and I know it's you're not supposed to think about the future because I really want this year still. But if they play this right, bro, like and really just get defenders and all around like Luka and all, like they're gonna be amazing on offense and defense if they can just get the defense right. This offense is gonna be unstoppable. Like we're gonna score like 120 damn near every game now."
Especially if you give Luka and Kyrie a training camp together.
We're gonna score 120. Do you not believe that? Like every game now, if Luka and Kyrie
I told
play?
you these two are so good at offense, bro. They can both carry the offense.
That's what they're going.
Both can single-handedly carry this offense, bro.
They're gonna get 120 at least, like every game. I feel like from now on when Luka and Kyrie play together. Div says Luka now has 3-point percentage of 35.5, free throw of 73.2, and 50.7 field goal percentage. Is only 3% lower than Embiid at center. Wow, Luka MVP period. Yeah, man. Luka's that dude.
If you a center, man, you barely shooting over 50s. I don't know about that.
They don't talk about that enough about Luka shooting 50%. They talk about he's not efficient and all that. Like even Shannon Sharp says he's not an efficient scorer and all. I'm like, do you not realize he's
That's why I was saying what I said about the whole, because they start saying stuff that you don't know what the hell you talking about. And that stuff starts coming in. And all you gotta do is just pick up your phone and look up the stat, and it'll tell you if he's efficient or not. But okay,
I'm saying my spot,
man.
Mm-hmm.
Larry says I dislike the JB. Dang, he's late. I dislike the JB comparison. Nobody would have paid him after his first 3 years, and when trade deadline came up, they offered him the same contract as Dodo, but he wanted 20+ mil, which is crazy.
So I'm gonna tag
Go
it
ahead,
first.
man. Go ahead.
Nobody would have paid him. So that's what the team is for. I would have paid him that, Larry. I said here, and I knew he was going to be what he was in the playoffs last year before it happened because I saw what he was going to do. And then after the playoffs, after what he did in the playoffs, he put up 41 and helped us carry down the first round. Like, why?
Keep talking, King.
I'm just saying, what else made 20 million? And everybody else is making 20 million. D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Pools, all those type of guys. Like, there's no way. Like, you had to offer him that, and they would have gave him that contract, but they played around with his money. He went ahead and bet on himself, got hired, which I don't have a problem with. But like Maxi Kleber was making $11 million a year. The comparison, like he's making $11 million a year.
King.
JB wanted $20 million, and we wouldn't give him that at the beginning. Like
you would.
Yeah, the Knicks are 10 games over 500.
10 games over 500.
They won 7 in a row again now. Like,
and they're not just beating scrubs either, bro. They're beating good teams.
Look at their point differential. They got a positive 3.1. They decent. The Knicks are Jalen Brunson is
pretty much. Matter of fact, King, pretty much the same team from last year, just adding Jalen Brunson.
Didn't I sit here and tell Melissa when we talking about it, y'all about to have a New York legend? Then I said you got guys like your what did I say? Your John Starks, your Latrell Sprewells, Allen Houston, guys that are
matter of fact.
Charles Oakley.
To back what you just said, Larry, go listen to Blowing Tears YouTube channel. That's all I gotta say. So what you saying, acting like it's crazy, he don't work out. Go listen to them and see how they feel. Matter of fact, we talk to Freezy all the time, and every time we talk to him, the first thing he'll say to us is, "Thank you, fellas, thank you." Like we gave him up, like we didn't want to give him up, but he's saying thank you every time we see us, bro. So yeah, you can say what you want, man. That ain't a big deal, but tell them New York fans. Matter of fact, if Melissa in here, she'll tell you.
We appreciate you though, Larry. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate
it. Div says, I still think when we go up by a ton of points, we need to stop shooting threes and start posting up Luka to keep the distance in the lead.
Yes.
To lose again a huge 20-point lead is bad coaching. Yes. But I feel like it's also a part of exercising demons as well. Kind of like Dallas 2011 Portland first round. Up 2-0, lose the next two. Everybody thought the same old thing was going to happen, and you then got to exercise the demons, and you got to change it around. So it takes games like this to change the season around. I wouldn't be surprised the next game they hold the lead, and they said something today on the TV, and I'm like, damn, like it's wild to be thinking. Like we've been losing all these games, and this sucks. But like how close we were to like dominating this stretch.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We definitely should have won that Indiana game. We should 100%. We should have won that. That Laker game, bro. Like you said,
Sacramento. We could have swept. We could have swept Sacramento.
Could have swept Sacramento. Yeah, bro, like you're not getting like blown out or anything. It's like you're right in the game. It's just maybe one or two decisions here and there, bro. That just kind of the tables would have flipped.
That's what I'm like. I'm not.
Minnesota, same thing.
Yep, same thing. Like, bro, like we were there at all of them.
Right there. It's just like I said, it's gonna take time. Just gotta let them grow a little bit.
We could have been on a serious streak right now, bro.
Yeah.
But it still can happen. Like that was the beginning of the process, and teams were barely beating us while they're still trying to mesh. That's the thing to think about. The positive thing to think about all of this.
Right.
They're not there yet, like someone said earlier. They're nowhere near there yet. Div says watching Clippers versus Golden State. If Luka did what Draymond does to refs, Luka would get tech every game.
Div
with everything.
Listen to me, man. I said this. Well, I didn't say it's a king. I kind of said this to somebody at work, I think, man. I said that. I said, bro, like Draymond can just. I've seen Draymond go up there and damn near spit on the referee's face. It don't get a tech. So I'm like, so what's the difference? Why can't he do that, but Luka can't just talk to you?
Bro, I don't think Luka know what he be saying to the refs half the time. I ain't gonna say half the time, but some of the times. I think some of the stuff he might not know. I think some of the stuff he might not know the severity of saying that. Like some words he might be saying at times, and he might be and like, bro, you can't really be saying it to me as a man. But Luka probably sometimes don't even be knowing that because they talk about it back and behind the scenes and just talking in practice and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not saying nothing hateful or nothing like that. I'm just saying just certain words and certain ways to say stuff, Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping for that game, dog. I did want the Clippers to lose at first, but I want Golden State to lose. So I think Golden State above both of us now, right?
Yeah. I think they're like right above us.
Yeah, so I'm hoping Golden State loses that game now.
I can tell you now, King.
Because we was in 6. We moved above the Clippers with the win.
Oh, wait. The Clippers lost.
Clippers just lost? Damn. I want to go to 6.
So we moved to 6. We're a one game in the loss column behind Golden State with 5 and 2 behind Phoenix.
Yeah, and we got and we have the tiebreaker over Clippers right now.
Yep. Well, no. Actually, they had the tiebreaker because when we were tied.
No, we just did. We just did. We were over top of them before the game started today.
No. But I'm saying when I looked at the stats before the show, it said we both were. Matter of fact, it was during the TNT thing. They had us right. Yeah, mm-hmm. They had us below them.
But then after the game, once their game started, they showed the standings again, and they said because of the tiebreaker, I think Iron Eagle, whoever was calling the game, said because the Mavericks had a tiebreaker, they moved up to the 6th spot.
Wait, I thought they had a tiebreaker.
No, we beat them twice. Remember we beat them with Kyrie.
So did. Get off me,
man. Let's see. Yeah, we beat them on the low. We didn't even recognize it. We like, damn, Kyrie got that win without Luka.
Yeah.
Dave says Clippers in trouble watching game. Literally no one is close to Westbrook. Yeah, they was leaving Westbrook wide open from what I saw. On the 3-point line, Green is below the free throw line. LOL, bad pickup for starter, great for bench guy. At this point, for real, like he's not the greatest at finishing anymore. And I can't believe I'm about to say this because he's another guy I grew up, like, I don't want to say grow up because I'm older than him, but I still watched the game growing up, loving. Mm-hmm. Russell Westbrook might be done, bro. As far as this NBA, it might have just he can't shoot. He can't shoot at all.
He didn't take a page out of Jordan's book, man. You a Jordan brand athlete. You should have took a page out of his book.
Yep.
You can't outrun and outjump everybody forever, man. You got to build some type of a skill or something, man, to fall back on, just in case something like this happened to you. But
even before the athleticism, like his athleticism went away. But before this, he even had a mid-range jumper. He had that stop and pop mid-range little thing. He used to run full speed and then stop and like lane full while he's shooting and all. He used to go in automatic, and now it's just his athleticism went away, and it's like he can't shoot at all, and then he's not finishing at the rim like he used to. So what's like his purpose?
Facts.
Riv says, y'all really been sleep. Kai playmaking has been A1 since his Boston days. He's averaged a career high 7 assists a game with the C's. That's what I said, Rivs. I said I lost, like, I was a huge fan of Kyrie's back in Cleveland, but then after that, when he went to Boston and did all that, I was like, started losing faith in the whole him and Jalen Brunson and I'm not Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum and all that not getting along, and then him going to this Brooklyn thing. I've been losing touch and not watching him as much as I have. I never thought Kyrie was a number 1, in my opinion. Like, no disrespect to Kai. I love Kai, but I never thought he was a number 1. Like, just watching what he did with the Cleveland Cavaliers before LeBron got there, like, they were trash. I don't care about what numbers you have. Like, they were trash. They were lottery getting the number 1 or the number 2 pick every year. One or two every year that he was there. So I wasn't watching it as much, but yeah, like Kyrie's a beast right now.
Like, pick two of those 3 years.
Yep, and he had number 2 the other year, right?
I want to say number 4 or something like that.
4, okay.
Yeah, no top 5.
But they yeah, I wasn't watching Kyle like that. So like I said, but like Rel said as well, I think it's part of his maturity as well. Like just maturing, seeing the game, just seeing everything the game is giving him so far in his career. I just think he's developed. Let's see. Hold up. I'm missing anybody. It's a lot of people, man. All right. Gina Kim again said, praying that we have great defense and better offense against the Suns on Sunday. We need Game 7 vibes. That'd be awesome.
I will make my one prediction that y'all have ever heard me make. I think Luka and Kyrie will go off again.
I feel like Kyrie will go off. But I also feel like KD won't go off.
Yeah, I think KD won't go off too.
Because of the whole Kyrie thing. The question mark is Devin Booker or DeAndre Ayton. Can we keep either one of them from really dominating us?
You know what?
I'd rather it be DeAndre Ayton.
To be honest with you, King, when I was thinking about us playing Phoenix, the one thing I didn't even really consider?
What's that?
DeAndre Ayton. For some reason, I'm just not scared of DeAndre Ayton, bro. Like, not like I'm supposed to be.
I mean, he could drop a quick 20 and 10 on us, though.
No, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just
even though I'm not a dominant, he can still. That's still gonna hurt us. 20 and 10 if KD and Kyrie and Devin Booker going.
That's gonna be the only way. Because we just saw him have a dominant game. Remember, it was like 19 and 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
That one game we played him, and he didn't feel it. I didn't feel it.
But nobody else cooked on him. They didn't have Devin Booker at that point. You feel me? Like I'm saying, they have Devin Booker and KD. If DeAndre Ayton give us 20 and 20 to with them two, that's gonna hurt us a lot.
Yeah, they gotta play JaVale McGee, bro.
Hopefully, man. I think they should though, because he's a Phoenix Sun. He should be able to play against the Phoenix Sun. Riv says Kai can shoot at a high clip like Steph and Clay. He just doesn't take as many as they do. He's a beast. He's you know what? I'm gonna say something. Y'all probably not gonna agree with me. I think he'd better shoot it than Damian Lillard. I don't think he'd better shoot it than Steph or Clay though. I know Damian can shoot further away than Kyrie. Now we're gonna talk about distance, then Damian Lillard a better shooter than what's his name? Klay Thompson. If we're talking about distance. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about just making shots though and all around, mid-range and all that. Like, I think Kyrie a better mid-range shooter than all of them that I just named.
Yeah, he a better mid-range. Yeah, that's not the question.
So if that's all shooting is all shooting, then I'm just saying I think he's a better shooter than Damian Lillard.
Man, you know what people say. But you know when people say shooting, what they mean, man.
Has Dame ever shot 50, 40, 90? I rest my case. I rest my case. And Kyrie first with it all the time. Okay. There's no disrespect to Dame. Love you, Dame. Dame time and all that. Going over here and all that. I'm not disrespecting Dame. Stop, man.
But you had the gun now, bro. You was out here shooting shots.
I love Dame, but it's the truth is the truth.
Hey, you shooting faster than I can hit the shots button. You know what I'm saying?
Riv says I don't listen to anything that comes out of Charles Barkley's mouth. He's a certified sucker.
Yeah,
sucker!
I don't just take it for what it is, man. I don't take what he says at face value.
Sporting Game says if you have to waive 3 guys to sign Bow players, who will it be? Me, Cut Frank, Bertans, and Morris/Holiday to sign Stanley Johnson, John Wall, and Nerlens Noel.
Dang, nobody still ain't got John Wall.
Yeah, you can't cut Bertans though.
Yeah, you can't cut Bertans. You can't cut Holiday. Oh, you can't cut Holiday. But...
You can cut either one of them. But if I had to pick 3, I'm picking.
You didn't name 3. I would cut
Frank, Theo Pinson, and probably Morris.
Yeah.
And then I'd pick up probably Stanley Johnson, Nerlens Noel, and I don't know who the third person. I don't know if I want John Wall.
Yeah, I want John Wall.
I don't think we need guards. Like my issue, not with guards. It's
we need
more of the
size,
wing and size. Yeah, man.
Size
like
and defense, man. That's what we need.
My guards are fine with me right now. Let's see. What up, Daniel? He says I'm still very concerned about this defense, but I don't like the philosophy of we are going to outscore people when that doesn't work. Yeah, that's never a good philosophy. Ask the Phoenix Suns from before.
Like I said, man, hopefully we kind of pick it up here, man. Going into the playoffs, we kind of build some type of identity like we did last year. Hopefully. We hoping. Because there's not really too much else that we can do. Yep. You know what I'm saying? There's no trade deadline to save us this time. So
Gina Kim says Paul Pierce and DeMarcus Cousins talked about how we still need time. He said he has to let it go. If we can get Cousins, he could help Luka not talk to the refs since he used to do the same. I don't know if he can help him stop not do it, Gina. Like even when DeMarcus came back from injury, he was still DeMarcus Cousins. Richard says, what team with their all-stars has scored less than 120? NBA doesn't want defense. Yeah, man.
Hey, that's why I said this was an entertaining game tonight. It really was.
I keep saying bring back hand checking, bro. I think that'll help the defense and just bring back hand checking.
Man, folks gonna have to adjust to that, man.
You still gotta be good enough to do it.
They used to walk into the buckets, man.
I feel you, but it'll make scoring go down some, right? The great ones will still be able to score and all that, and I think defense will step up a little bit. That's what I'm saying. But they did stop hand checking in Jordan Prime. Let's not say that.
Actually, it's funny you said that because I was watching the video and they said they officially didn't stop hand checking until 2001.
2001. No, that's not. That's lies. Okay. We all know the Jordan rule and all stopped back, and it was that 89-90 or whatever it was, and they stopped the whole hand checking and beating them up and all that. That's when it first started, so they can say whatever they want to say. I'm gonna keep it real on this show though. Richard says you can't name one. Nah, I mean every team doesn't score. Every team scores 120. I think the highest scoring team this year is 115, 117, right?
I have no idea, bro.
I think it's 117, maybe.
I stopped keeping up with that stuff, man. When the scores
get
crazy.
I don't keep it with team stats.
When you got like 85 people averaging over 30.
Yeah, bro. It's like I think you said over 40 people, maybe 30, 40 people averaging over 20 this year.
See what I'm saying? I just stopped keeping track.
Dumb. Sporting Game says, if we are still with Donnie, I'm sorry, Donnie, but you're not going to trade for Kyrie or Wood for one first-round pick. Maybe you're going to draft or trade first-round picks for Bible and Reddish.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a Donnie move.
Man.
Riff says, Maxey isn't worth $11 million. Mark Cuban got to stay off the weed. Hey, man, he ain't on the weed. He on something else.
You got to step up. Larry said he worth 20.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Larry.
Oh, that Richard. Sorry, he said can't blame the weed. I wouldn't pay him. My man Richard, tell him he ain't on no weed. Man. He got something else.
Don't blame the weed. What Richard said. He said stay on the weed.
Let's see. Tyler says, can we start Wood already? He's clearly the best big on our team. It'll help his confidence on the court. Plus, he'll help stop all these offensive rebounds for all these other teams.
Maybe too late now, Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Larry.
Melissa, what's up? Melissa, she said Mavs won. Kyrie and Luka both played super well. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Melissa, you saw it tonight.
Shout out to JB too, Melissa. We just was talking about him.
Yeah, we just talking about the should have been an All-Star guy.
Yep. Div says Clippers losing by 21. Yikes! They lost by 21 with no Steph. With 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, winless and picking up Westbrook.
Ooh.
Bro, if my prayer, hold on. Shots. If I could have my prayers answered this year, like, dear Lord, if we can make one wish glow yard together, I want the Clippers in the playoffs.
He said no Ray J.
No Ray J. If I had one wish,
no Ray J.
Please give us the Clippers this year in the playoffs again.
No Brandy's little brother.
Please. Shout out to Lil Kim. Frank, he says, want to say thank you for recommending Bibbs Pod. Bibbs had me dying with his analogy with kid bad timeouts. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, we're gonna have him on the show tomorrow, man, on the members only show. So we're gonna elaborate on that pod that you listen to, man.
Yeah. Teflon Breeze says J Kid is an absolute trip. How do you go from promising a dude he would be a starter to not playing him at all in JaVale McGee? Yeah, man.
Bro, I bet JaVale, man. I could have been over here with Milwaukee, man, with a chance to win a ring. Got me over here sitting on the bench.
Frank says either I'm busy or there's too many guys I'm listening to, but I gotta listen to Bibbs more often now. Yeah, man, it's a lot of Mavs content.
A lot of Mav content creators, man. A lot of the guys y'all seen on our channel, man, they all Mav content creators, man. Like I said, you got Mavs Outsiders, you got TGK, You got DDP and them, Dallas prospects. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm forgetting some other people. Oh, you got Greg's Court. Like, he gets on a lot of stuff too, man. Follow Greg's Court.
Don't always fall in love with the even stuff that's straight Dallas Maverick. No disrespect to them. All love. They give good content at times, but a lot of times they can't go in and give a true opinion. Let's just keep it real of what fans are thinking, because sometimes it's not a good thought, and they don't want to upset the masses or their bosses at times. So it's good to follow some of these independent content creators because they give good content and they watch the game. A lot of these guys are very knowledgeable at basketball. So shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, and then 77 Spaces, man, on Twitter. I can follow them. They got good content, man.
It's a lot of them. It's becoming too many, man.
Yeah.
It's like not too many in a bad way, just too many to remember. Like, they're just all over the place. Rose always asks me, "Did you hear this person?" I'm like, not yet.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Bibbs in that episode. The Jay told him that's the last 2 episodes. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
I've been busy, but yeah.
G2 said, if we can unlock Noel, if we get him, then that's like a poor man's 8, and I'll take that any day. Not as much on the scoring tip.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, man. Look, you're just trying to get somebody with some type of a defense of something.
He can possibly be a Tyson Chandler type. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I want him to be. Deo, what's up? He says Kyrie could have held it down to start the 4th, but back-to-back turnovers from Green and role players gave Philly momentum. Yep, that's part of that is true as well.
Yeah. I brought that up.
But he also, that's at yes, I'm not going to disagree. Yes, you're right.
No, you're right.
He's right. What up, Joe, Glow Yard gang member? He said the best shot of the night for me was Luka catching and shoot 3 from Josh Green pass on the fast break. Absolutely zero hesitation by Luka. Yep, that's what I was saying, Joe.
And that's all we ask him to do, man. When you do the catch and shoot, don't second guess, don't think, just catch it and shoot it, man. Let it be natural.
Is AD a bona fide better player than Kyrie Irving career wise?
No. I'm not even. I mean, they both got rings, but no.
Okay.
I just listen, man.
Kyrie's ring was harder, right?
Yeah, he was harder. But then on top of that, like I told you, man, AD not a dog, man.
AD not that dude for me.
He's not that. Like Kyrie has the mind frame of being a number one. You know what I'm saying?
He's just going to size. You feel me? Like he has that. He's just
like AD got the game of a number one, but he just don't have that mind frame. That's always been my knock on him, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta come and he be a dog, bro.
AD not a leader at all, bro.
No, he not.
He's not a guy that's going to sit and hold Luka accountable or nothing like that. That's not AD's job. I hope y'all know that. Shadow said, "What's up with Kyrie's whistle, bro? Be getting slapped around." Yeah, I be noticing that Kyrie stay going to the ground. I'm like, no.
Matter of fact, it's on one of them calls. Lack thereof. He was running down the court and was like to the referee, "I just run down the court." Like,
I think the refs get mesmerized by his game too, and probably don't be paying attention to the hits and all. And just be like, "Oh, he gonna make that," and then be like, "Oh,
as he doing?" You hear the crowd saying, "Ooh," as he doing
all the time, man.
Like, that's probably what it is, bro. It's probably what it is.
Lai says, not saying DP is worth his money, but he did what he could due to the max of his vet men effort, and it's still kids' fault for not playing McGee for at least 10 minutes. Yes, Lies, I agree with that. You are 100% correct.
I love it, man. I love it. That's what I was saying, Lies. I wasn't saying he was trash today. I was just saying what'd you expect from him? He's playing the beat.
He was the best of what we could expect from him, but the Mavericks still paid him too much for what we expect.
Or paid him in general.
Yes. You wild, man. So that you talk about me, that one right there deserves it.
Yes, sir.
Gina Kim says Jalen is a player of the month in the East.
Yes,
so happy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one as well. Not with paying him the $18 million. That's the second one, ain't it? Or player of the week.
Maxey been player of the month too. Remember that time?
I do. That was like
on 2K. He did.
That one time,
remember you told me he was playing 2K? You had on easy level and
setting down the rookie with the sliders all the way up. Yeah. You're right, I did.
You slid everything up and he played. Yeah,
I did. And Maxey somehow in I was playing. I think the quarters were 12-minute quarters, and I somehow got him to like 25 a game. It was hard. It was difficult, but I got him there. A lot of pick and rolls, a lot of pick and pops too. Actually, now we talking about what I'm trying to find. This Maxey's shot is difficult as hell on 2K. It's difficult as hell.
Because he got like a push shot.
Quick push. It's like him and Reggie, because Reggie shot so quick as well. Sporting Game says the plus with Nico, many things is open to be traded that makes every player need to play great every single game, except Dorian is the best defender we had. He traded him and picked with Spence for Kyrie. So my thing is with everybody saying that. So for years, Dorian was our best defender, but like that Dorian line don't work for this year. I feel like because we sucked with Dorian as well on defense. Go ahead, bro.
To piggyback on what you just said, have you seen Dorian so far?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, Dorian. He. If we don't get him back, Dorian might be done.
I thought you were gonna say something. I'm about to say no, don't do that.
I'm about to say Dorian might be done.
What Dorian is doing is now, like I said, don't get me wrong on what I'm about to say. Y'all heard me say I like Dorian. It's not like I was screaming to get him traded, but y'all always heard me say if you can trade somebody and get something better, I gotta do it. I'm sorry, I'm this fan. Okay, I'm a Mad fan. This is why I'm for the team first, right? So what Dodo is doing or lack thereof is what I was telling y'all about. A lot of these guys, if they go on any other team, they would not be asked to do as much on their teams as here. Yeah. Dodo is a complete shell of himself from what he did here over there in Brooklyn. You got Brooklyn fans crying about getting him out of there. Bruh. Go on Twitter and see what they're saying about Dorian right now. And that's what I was talking about. You had Dorian being one of the top 4 players on your team. Look what he's doing over there in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn don't have no guys over there.
Come next year, bro. They're gonna be talking about Dodo being one of the worst contracts in the NBA.
Exactly, and that's what I've been trying to get folks to understand when we talk about the Maxis and the Dwight Powells. Those guys are gonna stay on this team. Anywhere else in the league, bro, they will be journeymen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's a great point you brought up there, sports.
Like it's hell. It's horrible. Like I'm making excuses for him because if you're an NBA player, you should be able to play anywhere you play. You feel me? But like.
Because he's playing with a lot of other players, King, that has his same skill set.
Dodo, and he's not the best at that. That's the thing about he was overachieving here. That's what we kept trying to say. Yeah. But like Dodo put him like 2 points a game over there. So like real talk, the way it looked right now with Dodo, it's sad. But it's looking like the end of the line if we don't get him back. I'm being dead serious, bro. Like he got how many years left on his contract?
Dang, he just signed that extension. I think he got like 3 more left. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's about to be in a point where they're gonna sit around and like.
Now, are people still saying we lost that trade now?
I guess the people trying to say it still. I mean, we got Kyrie Irving.
Funny people saying that, but nobody brings up the 2 points that and the fact that the Brooklyn fans ain't saying that right now. Hey, they don't even want to keep Dodo right now.
I told you if they were still competing, if they had Kevin Durant, it would be okay for them if they'd made that trade. Yeah. When they got that trade for Kevin Durant with those 5 picks or whatever like that and those swaps, I said they only give up 1 first rounder for Kyrie Irving. They lost that trade. That's a loss for Kyrie Irving. And man, it's ridiculous. And they still saying we lost because we gave up our best defender allegedly or something like that. I'm like, bro, did y'all not watch this before we did the trade?
No, they didn't. That's the thing. They didn't watch this.
Sporting Game also says, plus with Donnie, we drafted European hitting talent like Dirk and Luka. His scout was the best. So far, he knew what his value on first-round picks, like trying to give Rick Halliburton, if only Kings not drafted Halliburton. Yeah, I mean, I told you, I think Donnie should have been a scout. That's the first thing I led with. If you guys would have seen the members-only show, I'll give you a little.
That was Johnny's. That was Donnie's job before.
Yeah, I said he should have stayed as just being a scout. I felt like he was an awesome scout, but other than that, that's Rouse boy. I do got his autograph though. Shout out to Donnie. Gina Kim says, "Who would you guys want to play in the first round? Kings, Suns. Kings don't have playoff experience, so they might be easy, but Fox is clutch. I played the one of them. I'm not scared.
Yeah, I'm not scared of none of them either.
Like,
hopefully by that time, Gina, Luka, and Kyrie have it figured out somewhat.
Yeah. Last year in the West, I was just worried about like the Phoenix Suns because we kept getting our butt whipped. Like, let's see if we can play them. This year in the West, even Golden State again. Like, let's just get there and see how the chips fall. That's what I'm like now. Sport Game said minus with Nico is all about relationships, like giving money wise to THJ. All right, I'll read the rest. He felt everything was good, but Nico is not close to JB relative, so he liked to gamble. We're going to watch Cottonwood soon. So a couple of things with that sport real quick. I think you are associating Donnie's with you kind of intertwining Donnie and Nico's things. Donnie was the one that was able to offer JB the contract at first, and Donnie said no. I mean, Donnie didn't do it. Held it back.
And also tried to give him the second time. Tried to give him the extension before trying to see what we can get from him for a trade. Because that's why you heard the rumors of him being traded for Tyrese Halliburton. That was on the table.
Yep. And also with THJ had already told them that he was coming back because the Pelicans and all tried to give him the contract, and Donnie had guaranteed him to give him $18 million. When Nico, first thing he said was they asked him about the THJ thing, and he said that he was going to honor what he was already told by the last administration. So that's not even Nico's fault. Sporting Game, both of those, they were actually.
I do believe Nico been trying to shop him.
Yeah, and Nico has been trying to shop him. Like Nico doesn't hold the relationships. When Nico got rid of Josh Richardson and then got rid of Kristaps Porzingis, I was all, he's no relationship guy. He's about trying to win. I think THJ
just traded Dodo, the guy everybody loved. We just traded him.
If Donnie would have been fired a couple months or a month or so before, THJ would not be on this team probably right now.
That's a good point.
I don't think Nico would have signed him. And JB, if Nico was here earlier, about the same thing. When JB was able to, I think JB would have still been on the Mavericks. So that's how I feel about it, Sporting Game. He also says minus with or negative with Donnie. We are not contenders. He doesn't like to gamble on trade uncertain players. Besides, he all in for Europe talent like KP and Mark. Give max contracts. Besides, he doesn't play games. Yeah, I mean, they gave a max contract to him, to Chandler Parsons, all kind of stuff. Like that was ridiculous. But also, I felt like Donnie was more of a yes man as well too. Is that shots? Sorry. Richard says 37-year-old getting $63 million. Ooh.
Yeah.
Who got $63 million?
Dame. He says 37-year-old Dame getting $63 million.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, by 37, he's gonna be getting 63.
I mean, he deserves it. I don't know if I want to take that contract on, but he deserves it. Frank says Kyrie is definitely a better scorer than Dame. It's just people don't want to have that talk with Dame because he's the loyal good, but really Dame isn't that high, at least not top 75 of all time. So, is Kyrie better than Dame all time, bro?
If you're taking out the ring,
so that's what I was about to say too. I think he's a better shooter than Dame. I don't know if he's a better player than Dame though.
I don't think he's a better player. Because Dame did a lot more carrying of a team than
Kyrie's ever done. Yep, that's how I'm feeling.
When Kyrie carried, he was only winning like 20-some games.
Yeah.
So
I think Dame might have been able to do what Kyrie did on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
With LeBron, if he'd been playing with LeBron and all that stuff, I think.
I don't know if you remember that rumor that came out around that time when Kyrie wanted to get traded.
Mm-hmm.
They were thinking about trading him straight up for Dame. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, he had went to there for Dame. I'm like, Jesus.
I'm not going to sit for sure and say Kyrie isn't or Dame isn't, but I'm not going to say for sure that Kyrie's better than him. Like I can't say he's a better player.
Top 75, Frank, you might have a point there because we talked about that before.
But probably neither one of them need to be on there.
Yeah,
that's probably
one of them. The Vice should be on there before Dame, but yeah.
Yes. Frank also says loyal, good guy. Dame still not an all-time great player, but not an all-time great. Yeah, same thing with Kyrie. Kyrie not an all-time great yet, in my opinion. As a number 2 guy, you need more than one. Richard says we need Nas and a next Larry Bird, a 6'10" small forward. We got the next Larry Bird, but I take Nas though for sure.
Yeah, man, we got Bertans. What you mean?
Larry says, I can't super chat. You don't have to ever super chat, Larry. We appreciate
you got to super chat, man. You got to super chat.
You don't have to super chat.
Larry, listen, man. I don't want to get you in trouble with your wife or nothing, man. Listen, I know how it is.
Riv says, true Cavs were horrible, Kai, first couple of years, but they drafted Anthony Bennett and Deion Waiters to pair with him, so I kind of understand why they were horrible. I got you. But
Anthony Bennett was a beast, bro. Watch your mouth, man.
Hey guys, but that also shows, like I'm saying, that's levels of this. We'd have put LeBron with that team, he'd have did something with him. We'd have put Luka with that team, he'd have did something with him. And certain players is generational. That's why I don't throw around that word so lightly.
I had that conversation before, but yeah.
Yep. Larry says my argument to pay him $20 million at the time of the year after his first 3 seasons is crazy, especially when he's averaging 16-3-4 at that time. Why not? He was averaging. That's what I'm saying, Larry. Like, you got to project these guys. They paid Jordan Poole all that money because you're projecting. And
Anthony Simons.
Yeah, and Brunson's better than, dare I say, Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins right now already.
Yeah.
And I think I told y'all that last year that he was going to be there because this was his third year, his only real, and he really didn't start the first 2 years. You got to think of Rick Carlisle, how he played him. So he didn't get a chance. When you saw him finally get a chance, he started performing and overachieving, really performing to a high level. He's already a winner. He's proven that at every step. So why wouldn't you want to pay him? He don't turn the ball over. Everything you need, he had checks in every box.
And also, Larry, you know what I look at? Can you know how I do this, man? I look at people's numbers from the regular season and the playoffs.
Yep.
When his numbers elevated across the board in the playoffs from his regular season, that will tell you something right there.
Yep.
And we had him. He literally helped us win that series against Utah. KP didn't do that. And y'all paying KP $35 million a year.
How many players in Maverick history, especially recently, has averaged 20 a game in the playoffs?
You need my one hand.
That's and JB was on that, right?
Yeah.
But we went. That's what I'm saying. It was no question for me. I had a question about street clothes. I had a question about Chandler Parsons. Why was there a question about the guy that actually performed and showed me? It's like we kept asking ourselves. You paid the
guy $35 million to get you 13 and 5.
Yep. But the guy that
want to pay this guy who averaged 21, from 16 to 21, bro. But, I mean, hey.
Let's not get him that shooting efficiently.
Oh yeah.
Richie says I couldn't find that episode. Found Mavs Outsiders. Maybe it was just me. It's the one where they talking about. It's the latest one, Rich. It should have just came out. What was it after the last game?
Yeah. It should be the first. It should. I think it's called The Curious Case of Christian Wood. I think, Richard.
Yeah.
I think that's the last one.
I think that is what it was. Larry says part 2. Yes, the playoffs were great, and they still offered him his $20 million then, but he left because he felt they should have given it to him during the preseason. Yeah.
Well, not even that, Larry. Then. Yeah, before then he was already disrespected, man. Like he'd already made his mind up, bro, that he was gonna leave.
Yeah, he didn't even want the $20 million though, bro. Like he wanted the 55.
Yeah, he wanted the 55, but they took it off the table, and around that time, that's when they were trying to trade him. They were trying to find trade options for him. So, yeah.
And at that point, he was like, oh, I think I'm nice. And everybody looking at me being nice, and I'm needed for this team. So
then they were like, yeah, we're going to give you this contract now. No, don't worry about it. We'll focus on that in the offseason. And then the rest was history.
Yep.
Like, he didn't even want them to even come down and even talk to him, man.
Riv says DP had the best pass of his career tonight with that wraparound under the rim pass, I believe, to Bullock. You know what, Rivs? That was the best pass of his career, 1. But 2, he should have scored that. I was kind of mad he passed it. I was just happy Reggie ended up making it.
Yeah, Reggie did. Yeah,
I was like, why didn't DP just go up and score the basket? But it is what it is.
Before, as soon as you hit him in that paint, he's not looking to score. He's looking to pass.
Christian Wood would have went up and dunked that ball. Riv says, King, you got the power to trade Maxey and Bullock on 2K and still keep them on the squad. You're a better man than me. I traded them ASAP when I cracked open that 2K23.
I tried to play plastic off of there and went to trade.
I try to play as close to real life as possible. Like, I don't go all fantasy and all that with my players.
Hey, like we used to do with your kids on like NBA Live.
Yeah, fantasy draft and all that. I try to play as real, and then I play all the fantasy weird stuff when I'm playing my player.
Hold your spot, King.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Larry said JB was trash in his first playoffs. All right, couple things with that. JB, that was his first playoffs and his third year, right? Because he missed the second year. The year they all got.
They didn't go the first year. They went.
First year they didn't go. The second year he had the injured shoulder, right? So he didn't play that year in the bubble. Am I correct?
Yep.
Third year was his first year. Rick Carlisle only played him like 13 minutes a game. Am I correct? 13, 15 or something?
It was less than that, but go ahead.
Something like that, and he was putting up like less than 10 points in 13 minutes. Like, I don't know how many points was expected, but Rick said he couldn't be played and all that. And so his second time being in the playoffs, his second time, bro. We're not talking about his fifth time or not. His second time in the playoffs, he put up 21 points a game.
Can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what KP's numbers were his second time with us in the playoffs?
13 and 5.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
13 and 5.
No, I said KP.
Oh, you said, my bad. You said 13 and 5.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my bad. I had to make sure I heard you correctly because the guy you paid $35 million to, who was supposed to be a second option, got you 13 and 5. I got you. I heard you.
But could I interest you in putting a 1 in front of that 35 million and making it 13 and 5?
That's a good point. Great point, by the way.
That's all I wanted to say. Just Just that way. He said 13-5. That's ridiculous. Dorian Finney-Smith is averaging like 6 points per game, 31% field goals, 23% 3 points since being traded. Bro is cooked. Shaking my head. Yeah, I think, like Bro was saying, he might have started being cooked after the last year. That might have been his last straw, like Bro kept saying. And
I really, if y'all think about it, man, last year in the that season period, I think I say season. That was his best year.
Yeah.
If y'all think about it, that was his peak year. I'm talking about like me and King was here talking about, man, could he possibly be on like the second defense? Yeah. Yeah. So,
but you said it wasn't 3 anymore, and I was like, damn, he's not gonna make it then.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was still 3. But yeah, I said if it was 3, I could see him on there or whatever, right? And this year, no, man. Like you hear like people talking about, oh man, they missed him. That's their best defender. Like, he's our best defender, but we ranked 24th in defense.
Like when Dodo was playing, he wasn't even really out. We don't know who our best defender was. It's still with Josh Green.
Because you still had folks talking about, Maxi Kleber was our best defender. Remember that?
When Dodo was here this year, though, Josh Green was our best defender. We were saying that. Why isn't Josh Green starting? Because he's better defending than both Reggie and Dodo so far this year.
Because he can play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
He's more effective on both sides of the ball, too.
And he was better defensively. Like, it was what it was. Let's see. Larry Hutch, I call him last name and all. I don't know why I'm saying all that. Larry, I'm sorry. It's great to be able to talk Mavs basketball with people who watch and cares. Absolutely, Larry.
Is that shot Larry? Never mind. Sorry.
I hope it's not, but
appreciate it, Larry. Appreciate it.
You're always welcome to talk to us, bro.
Yes,
always.
sir, man.
Ribs, I know we're getting towards the end. He says we can't forget that Kai and Boston led them on a 16-game win streak and would have led them to the finals if he didn't get injured in 2018. That sucked. The team would have gentlemen swept the Cavs. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that because I watched Kyrie then the next year get out in 5 in Milwaukee after winning the first game and then shoot like 29.
LeBron is a different beast in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, boy, I saw LeBron.
Minus 2011. I know people go like, 2011. Minus that.
He still got to the finals. He still shut down D Rose and all that on his way there.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I ain't going to forget that. They still beat the hell out of Boston that year in 5 or whatever.
Hold your spot, man. I know we only got a few more left. Larry said JB was 3 years. His probably third year was playing 20 minutes a game in the regular season, about 20 minutes in the playoffs until the final 2 games.
You still saying a guy that's playing 20 minutes. So right now I talk about Josh Green. Josh Green is getting like 20 minutes a game or something like that. Like you're portraying what you can, or what is it? Projecting what you think he can get or whatever like that. So you see his ability, you see what he have, and he's young. JB, this was his first contract. Like,
yeah, he was still in his rookie contract.
You expect him at this point, like again, at the end of this contract, JB's gonna be even better because JB it's just how it is. You project guys with contracts, and you to pay him not want to give him at least $20 million when he was a 20-point again. I will remind you of this, Larry. He was a 20-point scorer in the playoffs. That's not a regular thing, at least not until now. We'll see what it is in the playoffs this year, but like that wasn't a regular thing when you get 20-point scores in the playoffs.
Wait, hold on. You saying KP wasn't a 20-point scorer?
Never.
What?
Never. He never.
You sure, bro? He had 35 million. You sure?
Well, maybe that first year was in the bubble. I don't know how his numbers faded out or how they ended up being at the end of it, but
we're talking about 2 games he played.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you.
After that, though, he was yeah. I'm just saying, guys don't put up 20. What Mavs, man?
I'm sorry. Game and a half. He got hurt in game 2.
Josh Howard never put up 20 in the average 20 for the playoffs. Steve Nash never averaged 20 for the playoffs.
Nash,
Really never averaged 20 for the playoffs. I'm really trying you. Jason Terry. Well, what other Maverick player do you know other than Luka Doncic and Dirk Nowitzki has averaged 20 for a playoff run?
Matter of fact, I want to say I might be wrong, but I think Monte might have did. I think he averaged like 24.
Monte put 20 in him. He might have.
I think he did.
Yeah. Beast, man. Like I would love.
Yeah, man.
Monte back then. Now,
man, listen, bro. The way I told you, I just trip out how like as soon as he go around that corner, he was already at the rim, bro. It's like the dude trailing you on that screen. And as soon as he turned his head around that corner, he's like, "Dang, you're at the rim." I was just
and his shot.
How'd you get back there already?
Like, and his shot, bro. Like,
yeah, that mid range.
His shot was a beast, but Monte was just nice. It was the wrong time, man.
Yeah, he just waited like he became in the league about 10 years later, man. He was nice, bro.
What up, Colin? He says Mavs are a few centers who can protect the paint, anchor defense, shot block, rebound. Here are some options: Dwight Howard, Whiteside, Cousins, Noel, away from winning multiple championships starting 2023. Now, I don't think any of those guys are for us to win multiple championships. I think they can help us this year.
But now, yeah. Because I don't want to sign none of them back after this year. So yeah.
Nah, we can get better. I feel like options. Like I would take Nas Reed over any of those guys.
Has anybody in the Glow Yard, y'all? Anybody heard anything about Noel? Is anybody like looking to talk to? Like, let us know if y'all heard something, man. Because I'm just wondering.
He said LeBron an all-time great player, but he wasn't about to carry Bennett and Waiters. Bennett was next level awful. Hey, Rivs, you too, bro.
Next level awful.
Dion Waiters a champion now, right?
Who you went with?
Who he got signed with at the end of the season and a couple years ago in the bubble.
Oh yeah.
Who he won a championship with?
With the Lakers.
And who was the Finals MVP on that team?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony Davis. No, Anthony Davis was putting up sevens in the finals and all that stuff. 7 points in certain games and all that.
No, but he a dog. What's talking about?
They tried to give it to Anthony Davis until LeBron.
They definitely were trying. LeBron, like, you know what? Man, you don't want to take over. I got it.
You want to be that dude. Want it. Yeah, like
you don't want it,
bro. I watched LeBron James get to the finals with Larry Nance, with Jordan Clarkson. With like that team
Rodney
in 2018 was trash.
I think Rodney Hood the second out.
That 2018 was just as close as that Kyrie team. That team was trash.
Oh man,
and he got to the finals with that team, man. Like
Rodney Hood, bro.
And he beat the Celtics in the 7 games a clash or whatever.
Say, bro, did you have a Rodney Hood jersey?
Yeah, I definitely did. How you know?
Okay,
just keep that on the hush, man. You can't be snitching. Snitches get stitches, man. You know how that go. GT says Maxey revenge season. No.
I hope so, man. If it is, I mean he balling.
No. Shout out to Smito. I think he left us. But shout out to you, Smito. No, Smito still be here. I don't think he watch it live anymore. Gina Kim says, I think he over in Germany though. So shout out to you, Smito. Gina Kim said, "What do y'all think about Cousins?" He doesn't do what I need him to do, bro.
Yeah, he not really known for his defense. So
we don't need more offense. I need defense. I need anchoring and rebounding. G2 says other podcasts around the league say if the season ended today, unanimously they would pick the Mavs over the Kings in the best of 7. Yeah, I would pick the Mavs over.
Yeah, I think I heard that too. G2. I saw something I think on YouTube about that.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings lose in the first round, and that's no knock to the Kings. It's just that they haven't been there. That next year they could be a problem or something like that, but this year, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I wouldn't be surprised if what's his name, De'Aaron Fox had like a bad playoff series because it's his first one. You feel me? Lando says, I don't know. Brunson didn't even give the Mavs a chance to counter New York. I think it was GG. Yeah,
hey,
the whole story.
He told him not even come down there, Lando.
Yeah. That was at the end. Yeah.
When they tried to counter, he said, "No, don't waste your time."
At that point, it was done. Like his dad had already got the job and all. It was done. But beforehand, when he could have got $55 million, he was ready to sign, and the Mavericks took it off the table. Lando.
Yep.
They said, no, we're going to see if we can trade you first. And then offered it back to him again when they gave Dodo that contract. He said, no, that's okay. Nope. Let's just wait. I'm out here playing, like, averaging as a starter around 20 points. Gina Kim says, I don't know if we'd rather play the Clippers because they could turn it on in the playoffs just like that. There's still some potential they go off. I still want them. I don't even care, Gene. I want to beat the Clippers. Like, them beat us twice. I want to beat them. I want to beat Golden State still. From back in Dirk days and all. I'm still on that. Riv says, whoa, let's not disrespect Rose like that. He was the only all-star in that team while LeBron had Wade and Bosh. Rose still gave that team problems by himself. They lost in 5, Rivs.
Heat in 5.
Yeah, they lost in 5. I'm not disrespecting Derrick Rose, but I think that was the series where LeBron said that, hey, Rose, you won this MVP because y'all won 60 games, but let's not play. We know the best players. G2 says, latest reports, Noel Dragic just cleared waivers. Bucks are heavily linked to Dragic. Noel news silent for now. There you go, Ralph. Yeah. Richard says, Detroit has loaded up. They're going to be something next year. Not nothing on Noel. Yeah, Detroit. If I don't know what's up with Kate Cunningham, though. Like, he, missed the whole year, didn't he?
Yeah. He's out for the year.
That's not good. I don't like those. Larry says Noel just officially hit open market today. We'll know by Monday what will happen. Yeah, I'm hoping, man. Lando says, yeah, I agree. They were playing too safe to move pieces. Tough. And that's all the WTMs for right now.
All right, man. It's gonna do it right there, y'all. Because we'll take this one more. Go ahead, King.
Riff says, King chill fam. That Cavs team in 2013 was nothing compared to the 2020 Lakers. Kentucky 80 was better than NBA Bennett. You're right, but I'm not comparing the 2013 team to the 2020 Lakers. I'm comparing the 2013 team. I'm comparing the 2013 team to the 2018 team. I'm saying you take LeBron James off that 2018 team, and what you got? That team wanted. Hold up, you take LeBron off that team, they're the number one seed. I mean, as far as the number one pick.
Mm-hmm. Again,
they were the worst team in the NBA if you took LeBron James off that team.
All right, man. Listen, guys, we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We had a good one again. It's like the third show in a row. We went to 2 hours, man. Man. We definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us, man, on this huge win for the Mavs tonight, man. You had a Kyrie Luka special tonight, man. I think it was number 3 with cheese and a large drink. I'm still full off of that. Appreciate that, guys. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, we thank you, man. We definitely thank y'all for rocking with us. If you're brand new, guys, if you're into Mav content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. If you into Mav content as much as me and King are, and also hit that notification bell so that way you guys will know whenever we drop our content. We was a little late tonight, man, because like I said, man, if you're here in Dallas, y'all already know how it was today, man. Hit that tornado warning and stuff, man. I had to kind of sit tight where I was before I came to the house, man, to hop on the show with y'all. So, hope everybody stays safe during that, man. Also, too, guys, hit that like button, man, to help us build up that algorithm, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. It'll help us out a lot, guys. Y'all hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Also, follow us on all our socials on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and the Tickety Talks. And also, we're on Twitch, guys. If you want to watch us on Twitch, we're not just on YouTube, we're also on Twitch, guys. You can watch us on both. What was I say? We got the links too down below, guys. If y'all want to follow us on our socials, we're also on LinkedIn, guys. If you guys want to follow us on LinkedIn, hold on. Let's see. Larry said this right here. He said, "What is the Discord?" And I can't wait for tomorrow to call in, discuss Seawood. We're not gonna do the call, but we don't have a call in, Larry. We do like what you're doing right now. You write in or whatever. But you mean like join on the show? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my bad. We're not gonna do it tomorrow, Larry, because I was about to get into that. We got a special show tomorrow for you guys. We got this right here. We got the members only show tomorrow for the Glow Yard members tomorrow evening, guys. With Bibbs and Reese from the Mavs Outsiders, man. We're gonna touch on some inside news that Bibbs has gotten from some reputable sources, man, on the whole Christian Wood thing, man. So it's gonna be a great conversation. A lot of stuff me and King were kind of speculating on that they kind of confirmed that it was true. You know what I'm saying? So can't wait to get into that, man. We're gonna have Bibbs and Reese on tomorrow evening, man, for the Glow Yard members. So we're gonna have that tomorrow. But also too, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, like we just had RC today, he joined. Listen, guys, you can hit that join button if you're on an Android. There's a join button right there next to the subscribe button. Or if you're on an iPhone, guys, you have to go through your web browser on your phone and go to youtube.com and then join that way. Or go on a computer and join. Go to youtube.com and you can hit join that way. Just find our page and hit join that way. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything else, King? I'm missing.
Share, and more share, guys. I've been trying to find this daggone Reddit thing. I told you, man, I'm so lost on how to.
Listen, look, y'all. I promise y'all on the next show. Well, I can't say I promise. I'm probably.
He's like, I'm not gonna set myself up for that.
I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try to get that Discord information put in the comment section below, man.
I got it. I put it in the comment. That one, the Discord one, is in there. I threw it in the comments. I thought it's not in there.
No, I don't see it.
Oh, I thought I just put in the live chat on the. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna try to get that, y'all, in the comment section. I apologize, man. Yeah. It just be slipping my mind. I apologize.
I just did it on my phone. It ain't show up though. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't even see it on there. But yeah, listen, guys. We'll be back here on Sunday, man. I know the game is at 12, but I got to work on Sunday, so I'm not gonna be able to do the show right after the game. So it's gonna be Sunday evening, guys, when I get off. Of course, y'all know the Suns and the Mavs play. Huge game. Hopefully, we can have the same turnout we had tonight. We're at home. We get Luka and Kyrie the Clown again, man. That'd be great. So we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. So we'll have that for you guys. Same Mav time, same Mav channel, of course. Also, guys, if y'all want some of our, we don't got it on right. I think King got his shirt on. If y'all want some of our glow yard merch, you can go to our page and go to the About tab. Scroll down, and it's gonna have a link to the glow yard merch in there, guys. Y'all want to buy some shirts and stuff like that.
Shout out, also, Rose. Shout out to Larry for gifting a membership. He just gifted one. I saw it on my phone, and Fan got it. He was a lucky recipient. So shout out to Fan for being a new Glow Yard Gang member.
Oh, I didn't even see that in there. Appreciate that, Larry, man. Appreciate that. Fan, appreciate you, man. All right. But yeah, man, listen. I think that's all I got. Can you got anything else you got in there?
Rivs, nobody paying me, but no, that's about it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you ain't seeing this stuff. It ain't popping up on the screen. I'm telling you. They like talking smack on my phone. He's saying I'm out here with the ESPN agenda. He said, with no context, like Shaq said to Ryan Hollins, who paying you, King? It's no, I got no context. Like 2018 Cavaliers, do you need to remember that team that got traded halfway throughout the season?
Yeah,
where they had Dwayne
the whole entire team.
Rose and all of them, and they got rid of everybody and said, you can go do what you want to do, and I'll take this team to the finals still.
Got Clarkson and Rodney Hood and all them guys.
Yeah, all those guys that was like nobody.
But yeah.
There's no agenda here. It just is what it is.
But yeah, that'll be with all that being said, man. It is your boy Real. Got my boy King, man. We talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs YouTube channel. Glow Yard members will be back tomorrow evening. Same Mav time, same Mav channel. Go Mavs. And we out. King, you didn't even remind me, bro. You didn't even remind me, bro. I don't believe this. Here we go.